Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Yes. See, I'm in a trade now. It will not move because this is Amazon. So I'm actually in Amazon's trade right now off of the M15. If everybody could see that. Took this trade yesterday, which is this. And it is for those of you guys who are new, this is actually a strategy 1 trade. This is bounce arrow go off of the M15 time frame. And the only thing that was different about it is that it was outside of the money zone. But that's because this is a stock. It's not a Forex currency pair. So sometimes when you go to a different asset, it moves a little differently than currency pairs. So one question was asking me, am I no longer trading Forex right now? And what about indices? I do trade Forex. However, my focus and my intention is not on currency pairs because I've kind of graduated from them. I've never really, what's the word? I never really liked doing currency pairs so much because of the way they move. I'm a little bit more of a volatile person and I like the adrenaline. So, so that's why I migrated over to indices and metals and commodities, because not only are they more profitable assets, they are more volatile and they move the way I can see them. So that's why I do not necessarily do currency pairs, and everybody that knows me knows you will not find a currency pair on my chart unless I'm on this call with you guys. So that's where it comes from. So indices, yeah, I still trade an index. I still only do the U.S. indices, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and S&P. S&P is still favorite because it's a smooth moving asset. But what I noticed in the last 2 weeks is, if a broker is offering it to me, there has to be a reason. So I started, moseying around, and I threw Amazon on the chart just to see what would look like. And I'm like, oh, this actually looks pretty smooth. So what I did was, this is the trade. I'm going to go over the trade with you. And somebody's talking about GN and G-Chef. That's what they talking about, CB. You got those up on yours?
Yeah, I'm looking at GN especially right now. If the candle ends about where it is, I think there's a good chance we'll get an arrow. I'll let you know if we get an arrow here in 1 minute.
All right.
M15.
Okay, cool. GN and G-Chef. What you got for G-Chef? Nothing?
No, G-Chef is similar. Just the candle is. I think it's more likely we're going to get an arrow on GN. Let's just put it that way.
Got you. Let me bring up GN right now. You see I got my shares. This is all. If you see my market watch, this is all I got. Amazon, Johnson & Johnson, and McDonald's. That's all I'm looking for today, myself. But since you guys called out GN and G-Chef, I will put them on here, but only for you guys. But if I get my alert for when I'm on, they're going to have to wait for a second because I'm trading my account.
No arrow on the M15 for GN.
None. Okay. It's G. Okay. G-Chef, we still waiting. Got it. I'll bring those charts up in just a second then. Okay. Thank you, CB. I appreciate that.
No worries.
All right. So Amazon, one of the good things I like about these shares, U.S. shares, is that I only trade in New York session. So you will never, ever catch me being up for London. I be asleep. Okay. And I noticed that currency pairs move very well for the London and European session. So that's another reason why I moved over to something else that moves during the session that I trade. So Focus on the pairs that move in the session that you trade. If the movement has already happened during London, then more than likely you're going to be in drawdown during New York session until it needs to reset itself and do a new move again. So that's why I don't tend to deal with currency pairs. I deal with stuff that trades in US session. US session is USD pairs, currency, metals, commodities, stocks. Follow what the New York Stock Exchange is doing. So with that thought process in mind is what led me to trading the indices. Then what let that process into mind is I trade the indices off of the H1 time frame. Bag entry alert, H1, take off, go about my business. However, I've noticed, like I said, Nate always talks about the M15 being his favorite time frame to trade off of. And the market maker method is based off of the M15 time frame. So I said, what better way to tackle the indices? Because if you look at their M15 time frame, it's not as smooth. But if I can get stocks that are in those indices or indexes, then I can be on the M15 time frame. Then I can kind of correlate with what Nate's doing and still work on my high volatility pairs. That was what my whole thought process comes down to. So if you follow what I'm just saying, it's just really just logical. I'm applying the knowledge that I already currently have with AIRO, because it's nothing new, bounce, AIRO, go, and just applying it to a different asset. AIRO works on anything with a chart on MT4, trading view when it comes, right? So
Jackie, did you just get into this trade 2 candles ago? Is that what I'm saying?
no, I got into it yesterday. Also, these are only traded during the New York session. So this daily candle is really the opening of the session, 9:30 Eastern time. So that's why the money zone is shorter too.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is all of yesterday.
But you're shorting Amazon, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about when did I get into it 2 candles ago. Yes, sells.
Yeah, I'm trying to find your entry because there was an up arrow yesterday. I'm just trying to find where what got you into this trade.
You see this right here? This is yesterday where I'm circling.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
No problem. It ain't, we're not going to get
that arrow just validated your trade basically.
Yes, I took the trade off of the AIRO alert. So that's why I'm right here.
Okay.
Got in and I'm fine. And you see, that's actually not that big of a move. And it's already 196 pips. Not that large of a move. And it's still that many pips. You see what I'm saying? So like a candle like that on a currency pair, maybe 5 to 10 pips. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of why I'm over here. All right. But yeah, so I zoomed out. Same thing, zoomed out. More red than green. I'm on a downtrend on Amazon. It looking pretty smooth to me. I zoomed out because I was like, I like the way these candles are moving. I like this price action that's going on. It's smooth. You can read the method. You can watch your M's and W's, and you can draw your wedges and all of that. That's what I look for when I look at a chart. I want to see how does price move. If it looks like it's want to do wicks all the time, that's not the one for me. And then I zoomed in. So we in a downtrend. I'm only looking for down arrows. And I zoomed in. I said, all right, got my AIRO alert. Now, again, this happened outside the money zone, but I want to stop. I'm not on a Forex pair. So if you want to go outside of what Nate teaches you, then you have to go ahead and make sure demo it first that it works, but I took this trade outside the money zone because it was a strong downtrend already during the day. This is Amazon market open, and it's about to open in 10 minutes. So you're going to see this thing move. Market open, came down, started ranging, gave me my AIRO. I just waited and I took my trade. I could have been out this trade yesterday before market closed. I forgot. I forgot that market closed at 4. So Eastern time. So I said, oh crap, I gotta wait till tomorrow. But I took partial profits. So I was actually in a higher lot size and I took partial profits. So that's why my lot size is lower now. So either way, I'm okay. Take profit for me is the zone. right now, only because it's free and clear on the M15. I don't care what's happening on the lower time frames. All this tells me, see, look at that. This is the M5, free and clear. M1 is probably where all the little things are, the little zones and stuff. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. All this does is tell me that it's going to take that longer to get to my take profit. That's all these zones tell me on the lower time frames from when I take my entry. Okay. So, but I was free and clear for majority of it. I said, oh, this is gravy. My stop loss is this a resistance zone right here, right underneath that resistance zone.
You think it's too late to get in this trade at this point for people listening, Jackie?
Yes, don't chase the trade,
Yep.
but just know to look for it the next day. Okay. Yep. That's what I would say. But that's Amazon. Now, I told y'all I was looking at McDonald's. Okay. This is what I'm waiting for today. Let's zoom out. McDonald's, downtrend. Okay. We on a downtrend on McDonald's. What are we supposed to be looking for? Down arrows. I'm waiting for stock market to open to see if it's going to give me my down arrow. So McDonald's is still in play. Even though we have this arrow crossing the 200 EMA, signifying this huge, massive up that it did yesterday, I don't care. That could have been just a strong retracement, a pullback. I just want to see my down arrow. When I get my down arrow, then I'm taking the trade because I'm following the trend of the time frame. Okay. Notice that I still have Fibonacci lines on here, but I'm not mentioning it in any way, shape, or form to tell me whether or not I'm going to take my trade. Honestly, based off a candlestick formation, I should be in there already, but I'm going to wait for the alert. So McDonald's is still in play. And
do you not worry about it not bouncing off the resistance there for McDonald's?
I am. That's why I didn't jump in, because that candlestick formation would have been a nice bearish tendency if I zoom in for you. So you see what I'm talking about? See how that's engulfing?
Yep.
You know, that would have been a beautiful way to get into a sell on McDonald's ahead of time, but it might bounce off of this MA and they're crossing over going up. I'm not sure. That's why I said I'll wait for the alert. A little safer that way.
Got it.
And I see the Q&A is building up. Just give me a second, y'all, so I can get through these three, because market's open in 7 minutes and I want to make sure I have it right the way I want to take my trades. This is Johnson & Johnson. Same thing. Zoomed out. We're on a downtrend. And I now that I look at this more, I think I'm like Nate. I prefer sells versus buys. But I'm in a downtrend. And look at where we at right here. Look, 200. Prices closed. Prices closed above the 200 EMA. So it retested it and it's coming back down. And it has closed under the 200 EMA. And it's about to close under this AIRO EMA, right? Or EA, SMA, I don't know what it is. But you see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a down arrow alert. And hopefully I'll get it in the first 15 minutes of market open. So Johnson & Johnson is still in play. All right? So McDonald's and Johnson & Johnson is what I'm waiting for. And I know you guys are like, stocks, it's not currencies. I know, but I'm trading my account, so this is what I'm waiting for. So hopefully that helped with my little analysis, and all I'm doing is bounce arrow go. So while we wait for that, we got 6 minutes till market open. And when I say market open, I'm meaning stock market, everybody. Let's see. First question. Does the AIRO strategies differ for equity stocks than for currency pairs? Or are the AIRO strategies similar to the indices? The AIRO strategies that are in the videos are taught for currency pairs only. So you don't see Nate talking in the videos about metals, commodities, or indices. He don't talk about that. He's only talking about currency pairs. However, anything with a chart with candlesticks that AIRO can sit on MT4, you can apply the strategy to it. You just need to figure out your own rules, honestly, in order to make sure that it works. And one of the general rules is a lot of people trade by zones, right? They usually go from resistance to support. So if you don't have a specific take profit or stop loss for an asset because it's not a currency pair based on what Nate has suggested and recommended according to his rules, then you need to practice and determine your own take profit and stop loss. And you have to do a multitude of trades to be able to do that. But like me, I'm looking at it right now. I've only taken about, I don't know, like 10, 20 trades off of these stocks so far. And I'm going zone to zone. But I'm going zone to zone because I also have my Fibonacci on here as well. So I'm utilizing additional information to be able to trade assets that are not just currency pairs. But the AIRO strategies work. I mean, I don't think that the Asian breakout session is going to work for this because these are US stocks. So that strategy is null and void. But maybe I could tell you right now, money zone breakout worked. If you see this right here, this is still Johnson & Johnson. And let's see, we're on a downtrend, right? You're supposed to follow the downtrend. Here's a money zone breakout right here. I'll do it right here. I'm going to highlight it. This is strategy number 4, right? Nate teaches to take the trade on the first candle in the new money zone, right? The very first candle that closes in the new money zone below the previous day's money zone, you take the trade for 20 pips. Well, and you follow the trend. This is a downtrend, so you would mark the bottom of a money zone. Okay, so I marked the bottom of the money zone, and the first candle that closed was right here. And then what you do, you get in on here, take your 20 pips. You catch 20 pips somehow, some way. And if you're skillful and you want to hold it to the zone. You see it went there. You see what I'm saying? That's strategy 4, and that's off of a stop share. You see what I'm saying? But so the strategies, if you practice them and you see that they consistently be applied to multiple different things, what do you got? AIRO is a trading system that, what did they say, works anywhere, and he's proven it. I just proved it. Okay? Hopefully that answered that question. You all right with that, CB?
I like it.
Okay. Nice. I can't see the chat, so if y'all doing anything in the chat, can't see it. I'm going back to the Q&A. GN and G Chef, we got 2 minutes till market open. Let me see if we're going to get something up for that. So let me bring those charts up.
Yep, GN's looking pretty strong. It's already made a pretty significant move, but there's still room to take a buy on GN.
All right, and that is
M15.
M15. Got you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Where is my template? There we go. My arrow. Ooh, okay. So let me zoom in. You got some room. How much room to the zone do we got here in these next 2 minutes? 1 minute. We got 36 pips. That's looking nice. That's looking nice. Yeah, we're going 1 minute left. That would be good for a buy. And then, well, shoot, when that market opens, boy, I might get the other 2 that I'm looking for. And I need to go ahead and put my stop loss on the Amazon when market opens. Just in case. Like I said, I took partial profit. Can't go broke taking profit. That's what Nate say. Oh, come on. Probably got there it go. That's the next candle. Oh, we didn't get no AIRO alert. Oh, see that? See how that Amazon just took off? That's why I took partial profit.
Wow.
Oh, that was funny. I'm not mad at it. I'm good. Look at it. See, it came all the way out there. You see that gap? That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I don't see it. And you know what? That 200 EMA here, it's like a little magnet. It's going to pull that up there probably, then bounce off of it and come back down again. So I'm not worried about it. I love it. That's why I took partial profit. So we're going to see how that play out. But I did not get anything on my McDonald's yet either. But look at that. It's dropping. That's good. Come on down. And let me look at my Johnson and Johnson. There you go. So this might be my 9:45 alert. That'll be nice. Let me get my trade in. There we go. Gonna leave that right there. So we good. We waiting on GN. And what was it? G Chef was the other one, correct?
Correct.
And nothing going on there?
Nothing going, no arrows.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Did G Chef already make like its move for the day during London session? Is that probably what happened?
Let me look. Yeah, it made a big down move, but it's a upward trend. So it had a significant candle in the middle of the night that brought it down, and now it's working its way back up.
I see it. Okay. A couple of things with this is need a support zone here.
Well, go to the M15, Jackie.
Oh, I'm on the H1s. My bad. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, great. AIRO. Come on. Do you have a support zone on your M15?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. I see it. Oh, well, you could get an AIRO going up now.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we're waiting for.
Okay. Got you. I'm following now.
G Chef and GN are both very similar charts right now. Waiting on both of them for an arrow.
Okay. Cool. Somebody said I just got an AIRO on Amazon. Did you? Which way? I'm going to assume up.
I'm not sure. I saw that too. I'm not sure what time frame. Levi.
Yeah, put it in the Q&A so I could look, Levi. All right.
Yeah. The M15, I mean, you just had that big gap with Amazon, obviously. So I can't imagine any arrow would be valid after the open market. Yeah. I can imagine with stocks, Jackie, right? Similar to indexes, when the market opens, you don't want to be in a position necessarily at 9, getting into a position, I should say, at 9:15 in the morning Eastern Standard, right?
Right, exactly. Yes, exactly. That's why I was like, oh, I forgot to close out at 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, good. And I'm typically take partial profits anyway, so I can't go broke taking profits. So I'm perfectly happy with, I don't care about this drawdown. It's way lower than what my profit was, and it's nowhere near where my stop loss is where I imagine it to be. So I'm perfectly fine. Even if it does go hit, I'm okay. But yes, try not to keep those trades open overnight. You do not want to get hit when market opens. Even if it possibly could happen in your favor, don't do it to yourself. And besides, you actually cannot, I don't even think I can open up a trade on them before market opens through this Forex broker. I can't do like pre-market trades. So I'm gonna go through the Q&A real quick. Is there a volatility index for stocks, safe for stocks, or how do you figure out like sturdy ups and downs like Disney, John Deere, etc.? Honestly, Sandy, I'm gonna just tell you what I did, and you're gonna be like, really? Yeah, I kind of just did that. So I market watch symbols, and I went into, where's my U.S. shares? U.S. shares. And then I looked at Apple, right? Disney's not in this group, right? It's just, I only can apply to what this broker is allowing me to see. And I just focused on U.S. shares. I didn't even look at EU shares because I'm interested in Volkswagen, but I just wanted to show Apple, right? So what I did was I brought over the chart for Apple. And of course I had it on the M15, like I told everybody. And what I was looking for was not necessarily what you were asking as far as volatility index or anything like that. I just wanted to look at a chart and see, can I follow what Apple is doing? Yes, I can, especially this major downtrend. This is very easy, clearly to see when you zoom out on the M15. So all I did was just kind of say, oh, I could follow Apple. Boom. Okay. Apple already made its move though, right? Yesterday when I was looking. So I said, oh, okay, well, I guess I won't be trading Apple today, but now that you made me come look at this, I might be leaving Apple on the chart because of this gap that just took place again. All of them just did the gap. And then also look at what stocks are included in what index, right? Because a couple of them are in multiples. So Amazon is not in the Dow Jones, but it is in the S&P, right? Apple is in both. So if I wanted to tackle Dow Jones, I could probably just trade Apple. I like this move. That 200 EMA is bringing everything back up again. So that's actually pretty cool. Wait a minute, you might be close to my stop loss. Let me get on out of that Amazon real quick, make sure. You close. It was close. Almost touched it. I'm kind of thinking that EMA is at this 62. I might let this thing ride because I might let that thing bounce off of there and come on back down again. So
Look at the candle on Johnson & Johnson right now. Holy cow, that thing.
did it just drop out of the sky?
No,
Ooh,
it
oh, shot up.
shot up.
Ooh, look at that. Can you imagine?
Might be a good opportunity though, right? It's a
Yeah.
downtrend, so this might be a good sell here soon.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. This is what happened.
Might knock that resistance right out of there, that first one.
Yeah. And look at where it's at though. Look at what fib line it's at.
Yeah, around the 62. Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful move. I'm not worried, but I love it. I love it. I'm just having so much fun looking at this. I love stocks. The question Q&A while we're waiting for the other pairs to do something. Am I doing options too? Yes. Binary. I have not done the stock options just yet, but yeah, using AIRO. It's coming soon. AIRO can only be traded on the M15, correct? No, you could trade AIRO on any time frame. I trade AIRO off of the H1 hour time frame, H4 4-hour time frame, any time frame. AIRO can be traded on them. It's just the rules of the strategy that you're using. Does that how does that affect the time frame? Like bag entry strategy 1 is off of the M15. That's how it's taught. But I've been showing people that you can take, say, this GN trade. That's what's happening. You see how it's retraced, pulling back a little bit. But you can actually trade GN off of the H1, put it on the H1, and you can wait for a bag entry alert here. If it's an uptrend, this is what happened yesterday. Here's an uptrend, bounce, AIRO, go. That entire candle probably just gave you what you needed. This is that London session though. That's why it's hard for me to catch those because I'm asleep. But yeah, you can trade it on any time frame you want, any asset. So I'm trading the price of the stock or it's still a lot size situation. How does that work? Yeah, still a lot size situation, just like in Forex. You put your lot in, whatever the margin is, just like you trade an index or a metal, probably only got like maybe 200 times leverage depending on your broker. Put your lot size in and then catch your pips. That's all. Very same thing. Nothing different. When you go into other platforms, that's when and you change the way you're doing your trading, like with options, it's different. Then you're not going by lot sizes, you're going by contracts. But you can still use AIRO to help you with that. How much is it for a pip for Amazon? Let's see. I'm on a 0.03. A 0.01 right now with this would be $56 in the drawdown. Yeah. So that's how much that would be.
In other words, 537 pips is really 53.7 pips, right? 57.7 pips. One decimal place.
If it's no, those are truly 577 pips.
Oh, they are?
Drawdown. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But it's just that when you're doing a lot size 0.01,
right?
It's $59.
Right.
If it was at 0.1, you'd be $600 in the hole, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, those pips are pips.
Well, that's the nice thing about stocks. They're all against the US dollar. So it is usually just, decimal system for counting your money.
Yes, exactly. I'm just running through the Q&A because we got 5 minutes left to maybe the next AIRO alert comes. What kind of lot size do I use for stocks and how do you calculate? Oh, we already answered that. I'm on a 0.01 to a 0.03 depending on your balance right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be safe too, though. I mean, look at the drawdown that you can get into. Whoo, be safe. And what time is the New York money zone? Okay, so I see. This is why I don't want to be starting no stuff. But on stocks, depending on your broker. So this depends on your broker, I guess. But my understanding is this broker only trades during the New York Stock Exchange. Very first daily candle that you'll see is actually at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it ends. So that's why your money zone is short. So the money zone is really 9:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Ooh, look at how McDonald's went up there and touched that resistance zone, came right on back down, wicked right on down. Go ahead, McDonald's. That's what I wanted to see. Just touch it and come on down. I hope y'all are paying attention to how every single chart I just came across, they're all right around this 62 fib line, hovering around there. 62 is actually rounded up from the standard Fibonacci level of 61.8. So if you want to Google Fibonacci 61.8, golden ratio. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. People trade just off that fib level, off of it. It's wonderful. If I got time and we can go over it, I will. But it's a little bit more advanced. Why did I choose those three? Only because those three look like to be the ones that was going to have a trade today. And when you said those three, I'm talking about McDonald's, Amazon. I should have been out of the Amazon trade already, so that's my silliness. But McDonald's and Johnson & Johnson looked like they were going to give me the trade today, which they still might. GN is pushing. Okay. Yeah, I remember because those are older messages. So let me see here. Oh, yeah, it wicked out. So there you go. Yeah, but now that it's pushing, though, I want to still have 20 pips to the zone. You know? So as it's pushing right now, I ain't got no alert, and it's taking my pips away from the zone. You know what I mean? I'm only at 30 pips now. Hopefully it stays where it needs to stay so we can get our AIRO alert and still maintain within that 20 pips and be okay. That's kind of what I'm looking at. You good so far, CB?
Yeah, I'm watching the same stuff. All good.
All right, cool.
I'm looking to jump in that McDonald's and Johnson with you.
Nice, nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson. I know a couple people are getting their shots today. Sandy, you're awesome. Tesla, I didn't like the chart for the day, Sandy. That's why I didn't put Tesla on here. I didn't like the chart. But I would put it on here in a little bit though. Somebody's asking for G-Odd. Oh, because you guys talked about that from the Hawkeye, right?
Yeah,
G-Odd.
we have been looking at it. I have it up already. Let's see.
Mm.
Yeah, G-Odd. We don't have an AIRO yet, but again, all the pound pairs are very similar to the pound Kiwi and pound Swiss. It's a little more room on this one. It is an uptrend, so if we get an AIRO here, it's another potential valid trade for sure. Where it's sitting right now.
I'm very hesitant on Aussie pairs during New York session. I have not seen as much success with those, only because it's not the pound that's the issue in that pair. It's the Aussie that's the issue in that pair. It seems like it'll drag it and it won't have the momentum. There we go. Johnson & Johnson for a buy. I don't want no buy. I want it down. That's okay.
We got our pound New Zealand though, AIRO.
You got your pound New Zealand AIRO going up. All right, 20 pips to the zone. Yep, let's go. Yep, 20 pips to the zone. Yep. There we go. How many? Actually, I might have more than 20 pips. How much we got? Oh, that's at 30? Is that how many pips it said? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hold off on that one. Notice I did not do no peekaboo or nothing like that. No, don't care. Not right now. If you want me,
if it matters, there was nothing in the way on the M5 either. So.
oh, okay, cool. I'll go down just because I know somebody's going to ask. But here it is on the peekaboo. There's nothing really preventing me as a resistance, and then the M1 is questionable. Like these come and go often. So even on the M1, it's doing a little pullback, 6 pips or whatever. That's fine. Trust the process. So I have mine set to the zone, but I think I just need to set it my 20 pips. So let me drag that back down and pay the broker. Hold up.
So I put my stop loss right below the 200. What about you?
I am going to put it just for the 40 or right there. How far is the 40 pips down?
40 is a little past the movie. It's a little further. Yep.
Oh, okay. This is 40 pips right at that EMA.
Is it right at the EMA? Okay.
Yep, right at the EMA. So that's good.
Yep.
Look at that, CB. You did that just without even looking at anything. See, look at the skill CB had.
Yeah, bad skill.
I'm not looking for buys on Johnson & Johnson, y'all. I told y'all, it's a downtrend. We looking for sales. That's what we looking for. Follow the trend. Do I trade the gaps? No, I am not good at that. There are people that are. I'm just not. It's risky to me, honestly. But it's a valid strategy, and some people are very successful at it. It's just not my forte. That you see here. When scalping, how many open positions do you take? One. When you see how I trade, y'all, one position is what I take. I do not do compounding positions unless there is a strategy that is giving me an additional position. But other than that, my trades are one position at a time. That's how I particularly trade. So when I see people, they got like 5, 10 positions on the same trade, more power to them. I can't do that because I'm all about my risk management. And so when I take a trade in the lot size that I pick, I know that's how much I'm willing to lose in that particular trade. So when I compound the position, I'm starting to over leverage myself because that lot size is now getting bigger than what I originally anticipated to risk. That is why I only do one position at a time, me personally. And I usually hold my positions for quite a long time too. So that's another thing that I do. But yes, Johnson & Johnson, that's what I wanted it to do though. Bounce off that resistance zone and come on back down. Now, I find it interesting that as GN is going up, my Amazon is going more and more in the drawdown. So I kind of want GN to hit that 20 pips and then turn right back around again. So it looks like my Amazon will follow. So hurry up.
Are you trying to correlate Amazon to GN right now, Jackie?
I am. Isn't it interesting?
That's a reach. That is a reach.
I know. Well, more like correlating it with the pound. That's what I'm correlating with.
All right.
Not particularly GM, but more like the pound. Let's see here. Shoot. Let me see the Q&A. What does it say here?
Christina's asking, can you show how to get movable take profit and stop loss lines? I guess she wants you to show how you can drag the lines on the chart for your TP and SL.
Oh,
on GN.
Sure. I'll go back to GN. So from your green dotted lines going across, that's your open trade. All right. What you would do is click on that line, left click, hold, and it will drag. And as you drag, you see your red dotted lines appear. And what you want to pay attention to is in that left-hand side, you'll see the little number of the trade. You'll see TP, which is your take profit because we're in a buy, so we're going up. You'll see the dollar amount that your take profit is going to be worth based on your lot size, and then the number of pips. So 441 pips in this is actually 44.1 pips. And we're only going for 20. So what you would do is just drag it to where you see those pips come down to about 20. I'll do 2006 or something. That thing keeps moving and I don't want to. 2006. So that's 20.6 pips is what my take profit will be. And then you just let go. And there your take profit is set, and you just do the opposite same way and drag it down for the sell. Excuse me, since we're in a buy, it would be bringing it down. And your stop loss, you see over here, it has the little SL, and you just bring it down to where it says 400, and that's 40 pips because we're doing the bag strategy. Okay? Thank you for calling that out, CB.
No worries. Well, I can't take full credit. I'm watching. I'm pretty sure someone else mentioned it earlier, so I've been watching it for an hour or so.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're winning so far. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, somebody's asking about what's binary. It's just another form of trading, binary options trading. It's just another form. There's plenty of different brokers out there that offer it. I personally use Nadex, but you can definitely look at it. I cannot exactly explain or give the definition of binary options trading, but you could totally go ahead and Google it or YouTube it. But like I said, I use Nadex, and of course I'm using AIRO for it. And somebody's asking, what about the smaller time frames like M5? What do you mean? What about them? Explain to me your question. Okay. Let's see. Okay, when trading equities stock with a broker in AIRO, is the money zone automatically adjusted to be painted on MT4, or do we need to adjust anything in the properties in MT4? No, you don't need to touch anything. It's still the same money zone. It's just the asset changes it. That's all. But you don't need to do anything. Let's see. When scalping, what spread should you avoid? I'm seeing my GN spread at 43. Is that too much? Honestly, I'm not really too worried about spread when I'm scalping. CB, are you worried about spread when you're scalping?
I mean, unless, obviously the spreads get crazy towards the end of the New York session or the London session, but beyond that, no, I don't ever, I mean, you're as long as you're with a good broker, you shouldn't have to worry about spreads.
Yeah, totally. I honestly, I wouldn't only be scalping during the money zone anyway.
Yeah.
Because you want to have the whole purpose of scalping is to be able to catch the movement. So you want to be in the money zone when you're catching that movement. Okay. So that would be my answer for that. Yep. But I'm not worried about spread. Your spreads are most likely lower anyway during the money zone too.
Absolutely. The only time the spreads become an issue, like we were saying, is after the money zone when the New York session's closing. That 1 hour window there, the spreads will jump up on you for a while, and if you're doing AIRO, you shouldn't be trading during that period anyway, or you're already in a swing trade and you don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Just letting you know, CB. You see how that GN is going up, and look at what the Amazon's doing. Just throwing that out there, CB.
You weren't joking with that correlation. All right. I'm gonna pay attention to that one.
I'm just saying. Don't know if there's something there.
Is NASDAQ going down right now too? Then I'm guessing.
Amazon's in S&P.
Or I'm sorry, NASDAQ should be going up because you're in a sell. Yeah, so NASDAQ is probably going up right now, right?
Yeah, they probably are just being beautiful. You know what? But yep. That's perfectly fine. That thing is. Did this thing go to my zone already? Because I think it did, and I'm gonna come on out. Oh, it's all up in there. No, that's okay. I ain't out yet. Nope.
Yep. NASDAQ is ripping up as well. So there you go.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. No, I'm fine. See how that daggone 200 EMA was like a magnet and pulled price right up to that thing? It's not going to break this resistance zone now. So I am completely looking for a possible candle formation now to get me in this trade again. I'm talking about Amazon right now, especially since it's hovering at this 62. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
come on, Amazon.
you're looking to short Amazon at the right time.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yep.
doing it again. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep, I see that. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that doji, right? The last candle is a nice looking doji, huh?
Mm-hmm. Look at you calling out the candle formations. Oh man. Oh gosh, I love it. I pulled up my GN chart, so it was up. So it's just this is what GN looks like right now. It's fine. It's doing what it does. It's having like a little bit of a, I think it got as high as maybe 9 pips. So we'll see. It's on its way. Takes its time. Now I just want y'all to know though, in the time that, when did we take this GN trade? At 9:45? In the
Yep.
span in the span of that time frame of GN compared to Amazon, you see how the big pip difference? Big pip difference in the same amount of time. Let's see here. Can AIRO be traded on the M5? Yes, it can. And yes, it can be used for binary options. I do. How do you find binary options with a FX broker? I'm not sure of FX brokers that do. We almost about to hit TP. I'm not quite sure what FX brokers do binary options. I haven't searched that. I only just did Nadex because I'm in the US and that was the one that came up and it worked well for me. So I'm kosher with it. But I would strongly suggest research. And just kind of Google binary options. Do the same type of research you would on any broker, and do any type of do your due diligence. Make sure that do your due diligence. Oh, what is Hawkeye? Take it away, CB.
Well, Hawkeye, the Hawkeye group are a few traders that have been working with Auvoria Prime prior. They were doing the AIRO indicators, and they do a call, guys, every Monday through Friday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, up to this call at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, except they do it 5 days, all 5 work days. Good technical analysis. You'll learn a ton if you get on those calls.
Excellent. Thank you for that, CB.
Yep. I just took my profit, Jackie. I got to 17 pips with GN, and I don't get greedy with these trades. I looked back to the left. I saw a couple little points there, so I grabbed it.
Oh, like where it's at right now, and it just wicked out.
Yeah, I came back down now. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for telling the rest of us, CB.
I timed it pretty good. You know what? It's still going up there. You guys will probably get your 20.
Probably. I trust the process.
I joke is this. I'm doing so much scalp trading. I have trouble being patient with these trades. I see my profit, man, and I take it.
I see what you're saying. You're talking about like all right here.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
across.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like where your take profit is. I got my trigger finger on that little X for my trade, and I pressed it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I see it.
I got to get ready for this Amazon trade.
1 minute to go. Look, somebody else said they took their TP on GN as well. Y'all go ahead.
There we go, Valdez. Absolutely, man.
I see it. 4 or 5 pips away, y'all.
Can't go broke taking profit, Jackie.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I tell you what, if it gets up to that 15 again, I'm going to take half profit. That's what I'm going to do. Partial profit. No, I ain't taking no profit. I'm 4 pips away, but 3 pips away from my 20.
This is right where I got out right now. You're going to wait.
Give me my pips. What was that? I just clicked out of something. My bad. Oh, that thing just turned around. I might just go ahead and, no, I'm not going to turn out of this. Turn around and go back up. What was that
got
just
an arrow for, I know you don't like Aussie. Let me take a look here. Yeah, we have a valid bag entry on the pound Aussie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's enough pips for this bad boy.
I'm looking at.
It's a little.
There's 18.
There is enough
pound
room.
Aussie. Pound
Yeah,
Aussie, you said? Oh.
yeah, pound Aussie, there's like 24 pips. I mean, although it just jumped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got me all scared with the Aussie now. I don't know.
Look, man, I'm telling you, that thing,
It's tight. It's a little too tight. It's now only, it's literally 20. I mean, you could go for maybe 10 pips on this for those that
oh,
want to.
not worth my time.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait it out. Yep.
Not worth my time. Uh, Matter of fact, uh-oh. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. We
okay.
got
For
you.
some reason, like I felt like my microphone just went out. Why is it playing with my, oh, you gonna show me 20 pips? Oh, because I did
Oh.
20.6. And
Oh.
you thingamajiggers.
Take it. Take it. 19.
No, I want my 20. I
You
want
are
my
you are
20, y'all.
you want your 20.6 apparently.
Yeah, I want my 20.6. Let me stop playing. Let me go ahead and take partial profit right now so I can not get broke taking profit. All right, so really quick, you guys, partial profits is what I'm trying to take right now. So what you do is you double click on the trade. Okay, as mine wants to take a sweet time coming up. And it's not letting me market execution. There we go. And I'm going to take, you can only do this if you have more than a 0.01. So I'm just going to take half. So it's 0.05 half. Well, is it going to, I'm at 18 pips. I'm going to take half. So that's what that is. Market execution and close. Secured. So now you see that 0.1 turn into a 0.05. That's how you take partial profits. Can't go broke taking profits.
Yep.
Okay. And I just hit my profit anyway, 20 pips. Still got it. So technically I still made my money. My 0.1 still got my money, but just in case it wanted to trip on me, I took partial profits. So y'all just learned something new today, y'all. Y'all saw we took 20 pips off the trade and you learned how to take partial profits when you need to.
Winning trade for everybody.
And
That was a classic perfect bag entry there with the GN.
You see that Amazon?
Yep.
You see how now? Do you
Not
see
behaving.
that? But you see how we went 20 pips on GN, and you see how Amazon is just in all this drawdown. I feel like there's a correlation there, CB.
To the British pound, huh?
I feel like it.
I don't know, Jackie. I think you need to do a little more research before I buy into that one completely.
I know. I'm just saying what I see. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you the thing I've been seeing lately is the correlation between the major US indexes and the major cryptos.
Yeah.
I've been watching those. I mean, those charts often like the NASDAQ and Bitcoin charts, it's crazy how they follow each other.
Oh, I see. You see, I have not mentioned anything about crypto except for what you were talking. I'm staying away, but let me go back to my J&J. Let me check and see what's up. Okay, so we coming back down. Johnson & Johnson.
Got to get below those MAs, right?
Yeah, come on, 200, like a little magnet, bring it back down and we'll be fine. I'll just say, when we see this long candle like this, you guys, a strong candle like this with an arrow at the end, an arrow alert, don't try and hop into those kinds of trades. This is a classic, we just trying to rinse people move. That's exact. And this is not just because it's a stock. This is anything. Pound pairs do this all the time. You'll see a massive spike like that, and you'll get your arrow alert, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm 20 pips to the zone. I'm gonna go ahead and catch my trade." No, that they did not. They did that on purpose.
Well,
So,
Jackie, don't you think too? I mean, I'm just watching these stocks for the first time here, but don't you think that there's going to be different rules as far, that was the open of the market right there, right? So,
yep.
I mean, anytime, I don't think you touch anything as far as getting into trades until maybe 30 minutes into a market just to get a feel for the trend.
Yep, absolutely. I typically am only in here at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
10 o'clock and
that's
start.
what I would think. Like 10 to 4 p.m., right? 10 to 3
Yep.
p.m. Something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm actually 10 to 2 is what I
10, there
do.
you go. 10 to 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
10
I
to
mean,
2.
if you're in a trade at 2, you can let it ride until 3:30, right?
Yep, exactly. So I appreciate that. if you guys are putting anything in the chats, I can't see it.
I'm watching. I'm
All
watching.
right. Somebody was talking about their GN spread is 25. That 25 should mean 2.5. 2.5 pips should be what that means. If it's not that, we got concerns. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's an easy way to look at your spread. In your market watch, right click, spread. Make sure that checkbox is there. That's how you see what your spread is. So like mine, if you move mine over, okay, move mine over. Here's my GN. See how it says 30? That's really 3 pips. So that's okay. And that's actually typical for GN. And you got to remember, GN is a cross pair. It is not a major. So majority of the liquidity in that thing is probably coming from the pound, not necessarily Kiwi. So that's why you have those higher spreads on those crosses. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, that means 2 pips. Let's see. I'm just going through the Q&A. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead, CB.
I was just going to say, I'm going to put, you see who somebody was just asking about registering for those Hawkeye calls. Let me just see if I can put the link in the chat.
Okay.
There we go.
I see it.
There's the link, guys, for the Hawkeye calls for anyone that wants to register. And I'll type the answer to you directly in case you miss it. There you go. There we go.
Cool. All righty. Let's see here. Now let's go question Q&A. Does AIRO work with Nadex? You cannot use AIRO on Nadex's platform because it's different. AIRO only works on MT4 at this time. So you're kind of going to have to toggle or have 2 monitors up to be able to use them at the same time. That would be with anything, honestly, because AIRO is only on MT4. So any other platform you want to look at or chart or even TradingView, you still have to toggle between the two. Until AIRO is available on a different platform, you have to work it that way. Let's see here. Spread is crazy. If your broker has bigger spreads, is it better to scalp on a lower time frame or just stick with the M15? Spread is going to be the same spread no matter what time frame you're on.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same spread. It just looks different on the time frames. As you get to the higher time frames, your little bid and ask line might be more closer together. It's because you're on a higher time frame and the candles are different. But other than that, the spread is the same. Possible gold for a sell if it bounces off a resistance off the M15. Gold. CB, you been talking to gold lately?
No, I don't get along with gold.
Yeah.
Especially lately.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
All right, I see what they're talking about there. It might be a bounce.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get to gold yet. I'm sorry. That was G Chef. I was trying to find.
Oh.
I'm going to put gold.
I got to say, I saw that real quickly and I'm thinking, oh, that looks better than gold has looked lately. That wasn't gold.
That wasn't gold. Let me get gold on here because I don't trade gold anymore. You see, I got gold off my charts too. Not paying it any attention. I'm going to just drag it over this GN since we already completed our GN trade. Close my market watch. And let's see what's going on with gold. You said gold off of the M15. All right.
We usually trade gold off the M5 for the record.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally do.
Looking for a sell, I guess.
Yeah, he's looking for a sell. Now that makes sense. I can see that. Downtrend off the M15, looking for a sell. It's going to be a long time to get that sell off of the M15.
Yeah.
You see that, CB?
Yeah, it's got to get below that moving average. Actually, it looks better on the M5. Look at it on the M5. It actually looks more. And now you don't have it. I have a resistance right up there on the M5 that you don't right now. Isn't that funny? Because this is so let me see. Am I on KOT with this? Oh, I'm on KOT. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So KOT is giving me resistance on the M5.
Oh, I have it now. I just reloaded
Oh, okay,
arrow
good.
on there.
There
I
you go.
see the resistance. So it will look better on the M5. So I agree. We could look for it here and take it from here.
Got to get below that moving average, and we might get
Yeah.
an arrow.
Yep. Exactly. Look at you, CB. Come on, man. Love it.
But you know what? There's a
Hmm.
problem with it. The M5 is an upward trend.
Oh, is it? I thought I zoomed out. Did I not zoom out?
Well, you did on the M15, but the
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Yes, you're right. Uptrend. Nope. Can't take that sell here.
yep.
Nope, nope, nope. Follow the trend of the time frame. So what will be nice if it comes down, gives you a down arrow, let that thing come directly into support zone, turn around, go back up.
Go back up.
That would be great.
Yep.
But if it does that, and this, I'm sorry, I jumped a little too fast. Let me go back. Here's my thought process. Even though we can't take the trade off in the M5 because of the trend, right? Remember I said that 200 EMA is like a little magnet. Let it pull itself down there. And then what you might see is that down arrow coming off of the M15. Then you could take the M15 trade. But then it has to close. So that 200 EMA is going to bring it down there. And that might help. But the longer it takes is because of what's going down on the M5, the supports that's there. It has to break through all of them. I can see it happening though. I can
Yep.
see it happening. Particularly because I remember this daily. Remember, I think last week, I'm going to keep coming back to this, you guys. Last week I called it. I said, when that arrow MA cross over this 200, look at the melt that gold did. It was beautiful. And now it's sitting on the support zone. And it's either going to turn around and go back up and complete its uptrend. But I doubt it. I doubt that. I think this zone is gone. And we're coming all the way down here. So I'm going to highlight it. CB, you see it. We're on this call. 3921. I'm saying it. Saying it right now.
That's where we're going.
Gold's coming down 1502.
Melting gold, huh?
Melting gold.
Liquid gold.
We're gonna see what happens. That's what I'm gonna call it. If it works, I'm taking credit. If it don't work, it's a guess. Oh man. Let's see here. Oh, I think I started something. How do I get arrow on binary options? I'm on IQ Cent. You can't, because arrow's not it has not been configured for binary options yet. So if IQ Sense has MT4, I don't think its arrow is going to be able to sync with it just yet. So, but it's coming though. It's coming. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware though, arrow could be used for any type of financial market trading. Got it? Yeah, gold made a nice move, y'all. I like
Jackie,
that.
have you been playing at all with the Arrow 4.0?
No, because I don't have access to it yet.
Oh.
Oh, so CB, you got something I don't?
Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty awesome. It's coming. It's coming.
Y'all hear this?
Game changer.
Oh man, CB, you mean to tell me? See, I wouldn't have to keep flipping through these charts.
Crypto group.
I'm gonna try and join one day. I'm just going through the Q&A. Can I show which number shows how much pips are to the next zone again? Sure. I'm just gonna use this for an example. So you're gonna use your crosshair. Click on it, depress it, and it'll change your cursor to the crosshair. And like, say I want to go zone to zone. Well, here's price at right here, and let's say that's my entry. You're gonna hit left click, hold, and then drag it to the zone, and the middle number is your pips. So in this example,
A lot of pips.
That's a lot of pips. In this example, this is gold doing like a $220 move. Apple buy. No, I don't want no buy on Apple. I want to sell, but that's good. So this is a $220 move on gold that I'm showing. So those pips in the middle is 2,200.2 pips. Because every $100 move is 1,000 pips. That's how you look at that. And those moves happen quite easily on Dow Jones. That's why you see people selling thousands of pips. No problem. Got you, Julian. So GA is still good on AIRO. You know, I honestly got rid of GA because it wasn't looking that kosher. What? No, I don't even think I took that GA move.
No. I mean, it's a valid bag entry. I mean, it's a little. You had that down arrow. I don't know if that down arrow could be bank induction. It's not really because you didn't get the fractal, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way it's moving.
Look at you, CB, coming in here with the bank inductions and the fractals.
I'm learning. I pay attention to you and Mo, and sooner or later I'm going to learn something here.
Yeah, I got you. I'm so happy. I love it. Love these conversations. That totally is a bank induction. I'm mad I missed that. This happened at 7:45 my time. I am mad I missed that. Oh wow. Okay. Yes, bank induction. That is a bank induction though, because the actual bank induction is the fractal too.
Yep.
There's 1, 2, 3 fractal low, trade, buy, go. 20 pips for sure. 20. So the move technically happened here. So I can understand the hesitation on GA because of that right there. The bank induction did the move, so you could be faked out.
Yep.
Let's see here. Miss O is asking, on the fib is showing 61.8 for gold. Do I want to check and see if it's possible to turn around? Okay. Which time frame? Oh, daily. There you go. Thank you, dear. All right. It's on the 61.8. Really? Did I miss that? Let me go back. Let's take a little look-see. Drawing it. Okay. Drawing the fib. You zoom out. So really quickly, guys, for that question, they were talking about the Fibonacci line. So I'm going to draw my fib lines fib, not drawing the lines. Draw my fib to see if I can assist with that analysis because it sounds like it's spot on. So to do that, and it was asked about the daily, I zoom all the way out. Still, zoom all the way out. You can. I have a delay. I don't know if I'm zoomed all the way out yet. There it is. Grayed out. Zoom all the way out. That's how you can tell. Zoom is grayed out. I'm on an uptrend on the daily. So when I draw my fib line, it is from the low to the high. Okay. I like my low to be off of a zone. They need to be on zones. Zones signify the push. Okay. I'm going to say, the way I'm drawing it is this Fibonacci retracement right here, this little button. Click on it. And I'm going to start it. These are very similar lows. So I'll just put it here and go to my high here. And I see what she's talking about. It's at the 62. And is it going to bounce and turn around? Most likely, yes. Are you trying to defeat my analysis of it not coming to 1502, Miss O?
You'll get one bounce, make some money on the way back up, and then let it melt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I love her. Miss O is one of my faves. Love her. Oh yeah, that's an engulfing candle. Yeah, it'll be a while. It'll be a while for that melt. But I'm gonna zoom in. You see what I'm talking about now?
Yep.
It's coming. Matter of fact, this is a beautiful candlestick formation. Not only is it engulfing the previous day's candle, yesterday's candle, making it bullish, but it's also about to confirm that that's a fractal low off of a support zone. So I would say that gold is on its way back up. Yes, my dear, yes. Ooh, what's that? Somebody got what you got there, CB?
That's me. That's Ethereum. It's yeah. You don't want to mess with that.
Okay.
We're good. Counter trend.
Okay, got you. Wonderful, wonderful. How do I get alerts on multiple pairs and time frames? You're only going to get the alerts on the time frames that you have up on your chart right now. So each tab is an open chart. And as long as AIRO loaded on it, you'll have the alerts appear up until the AIRO version 4 comes out, which is actually a scanner. So you'll be able to tick the pairs and time frames that you want to scan for the alerts. So you won't have to have multiple tabs up anymore to
Yeah,
get
it's
them.
great.
Yeah, go ahead and
It's
just
basically like a spreadsheet where you have the pairs on the left and on the top you have the time frames, and it gives you just one thing to look at. And when a pair and a time frame has an arrow, you'll either get the box will turn green or red for a short or a long, and you just click on that little box and the chart pops up immediately for you to look at that trade.
excellent.
Cool stuff.
I'm very jealous right now. Very, very, very jealous.
It's only testing on demo though, Jackie. So don't get too jealous.
Don't get too jealous. Okay.
No. The hope is we're all going to have it maybe later this week or this weekend. I mean,
That would be awesome.
don't quote me. You know, we gotta make sure everything's working. But
we don't want Nate to come for you.
Yeah, he's probably listening right now. I'm probably already in trouble. So
it's okay. I think it's okay. Hopefully the update will come either this weekend or next weekend. We're trying to see. It's in demo,
yeah.
making sure that it works.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a good call out, Miss O. I think I might keep it on gold for a while. Stop trying to get me to put stuff on my chart that I don't want.
You want to show these guys fractals? Do you want to put fractals on your chart and show them how fractals work? There was some questions about fractals.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
I think when he releases strategy 10, the bank induction, I think that he'll be introducing fractals in that strategy, right? I think
yeah, absolutely. I can go over it really quickly and then I'll show you the indicator that does it. I like to show people how to look for it themselves without the indicator and then put the indicator on just to make it quick and dirty. But fractals are, and by the way, this is a shout out to Bobby Will out of Pipology because he's the one that taught me how to recognize a fractal and then taught me about the power of them. And fractals are confirmed when it is the highest high or the lowest low out of 3 candles. They happen all the time, and I'm going to show you. This is off of the daily. Here is 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. Fractal high. The highest point out of those 3 candles. Okay? The middle candle, fractal high. It also is a fractal low. 1, 2, 3. Lowest low out of the 3 candles. Okay? That right there is a inclination. It didn't know what it wanted to do, honestly, and then it just took a dive down. But that's how you look at a fractal. Now let's go the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. This is the lowest candle, lowest point between those 3 candles. This is your fractal low. All fractals do is just signify a change in price direction. It does not tell you how long that change will happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean there's any momentum behind it. It's just a candle formation to just show you that price direction is going to change. The power of them, though, is when they come off of zones. So this is actually a really nice one, actually, now that I think about it. This fractal high that was formed off of the resistance zone came down and generated this powerful down movement. That's actually pretty nice now that I look at it again. So fractals are powerful coming off of zones. Here's another fractal high. 1, 2, 3. Fractal high formed, and you got an AIRO alert off of the resistance zone. Powerful down move. These are daily candles, so there's a bunch of pips in there. Okay? Now, when I was talking about gold, here's a fractal low. 1, 2, 3. It is not confirmed as a fractal low until this daily candle closes, right? But as you can see, it's right here, and it has not created a new low. So this is a potential fractal low off of a support zone. And what did I just say? Coming off of a zone, it's a stronger move That's why I said that thing is going to be bullish again. Plus the candlestick formation, in addition of it being engulfing bullish, tells you gold's going back up. It might come back up to this 200 EMA, bounce off and come back down again. But these next couple of days, it should probably be going back up. Those are fractals, and those are the power of them. Now, that's off of the daily time frame. Now, what was it that was on the, where was the bank induction that we saw, CB?
That was, I think,
Was that
G
on,
Chef, maybe G Chef.
was it G Chef we saw it? Yeah, well, close. No, I think it was G Odd that we
G-Odd.
saw. G Odd, yes, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, I
There it
closed
is.
that chart out. Yep.
No, it's okay.
Yep.
So the bank induction is one of the strategies of that Nate's coming out with, and that strategy was created by Bobby Will from Pipology. All right, so follow me with the fractals, you guys. So bank induction, AIRO alert going directly into a zone that is counter to the overall trend. We already know that G-Odd is in an uptrend, and this is a sell arrow going directly into the support zone. Bank induction just shows that it's a movement by the banks. That's the easiest way I can explain it. It has to touch. Now, what I was doing, and that's why I was only like halfway correct, is I was getting in on the buy on the very next candle and taking it up, and it was working for me 70% of the time. But I needed to confirm a fractal was formed before I go and take my trade. So what happens? Bank induction. The next candle confirmed that there's a fractal form. The bank induction is actually the fractal low. 1, 2, 3. Lowest point. And it's coming off of a support zone. So not this candle, but this candle is where you get in for your 20 pips as a buy. And do you see how much drawdown you have? Hardly any. And as you get in for the buy, you're going for your 20 pips. Right here, 20 pips. There you go. Right here, the very next candle. 20 pip and dip. And that's it. Bank induction. And usually it usually happens and signifies when an arrow alert in the direction of the trend is going to happen. It's just that this arrow is coming a bit later, and it probably would have been a better move if it would have came sooner. Yeah. So that's why that GA is like a little bit of a fake out almost.
Yeah, we were good not to get into this one.
Yeah. So that's the bank induction. Those are fractals, and anything else you guys want to learn about fractals. I mean, oh, and I got to show y'all the indicator. So the indicator for fractals is under Insert, Indicators, Bill Williams, Fractals. Click on it. You can make them in any color you want, gray, blue, red, whatever. I'm just going to put them as gold so you can see them, or yellow so you can see them. And there you go. Fractals. See how they're all over the place? But fractals off of a zone like this one, and this is actually not a bank induction because it was an uptrend, but a fractal off of a zone, boom. See what it did? Fractal off of a zone, boom. See what it did? You guys are seeing, you following me now? So, shoot. Wait a minute now. Hold on. CB, did I just create another strategy, CB? Did I just
fractal off of any zone?
That's my strategy, y'all. I say it's 3/9/21, 10:29 a.m. Jackie has came up with the fractal off of any zone strategy. AIRO.
Be careful, man. Then people are going to start trading that.
Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. But practice it.
You know what's interesting? I'm just trying to look here. You notice how there is not a fractal where we were looking at that bank induction?
Yeah. Oh, this thing right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though that, I wonder if it's because these two are so close.
They must be even. Yeah, they must be
even with my eyes. So that would actually be good that we didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, try this. Now that I see this, I think I am going to practice this strategy. And now that this is being recorded, I hope Nate hears it. might have created a new strategy. You're gonna have to test that out.
Boy,
But you heard it
I'm
here
looking,
first.
you know, I mean, there's a lot. The fractal yeah, the candle has to be in the zone with a
Mm,
fractal. But
looks like it. Yeah,
on this
yeah,
chart, every
definitely.
one of them works, but
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over it more. I'm not gonna just say like,
yeah,
for,
yeah.
just go for it, but I'm gonna go over it more. And ooh, I love it. Let's see, maybe it's even better when it's coming in from the money zone. You know, all kinds of stuff I'm gonna look at, but I like that. So I'll be looking at it. But that's how you get your fractals on. Insert, indicators, Bill Williams, fractals. Okay, that's how you get it on. It's just a regular indicator, free indicator from let me get it off my screen though, because I don't like a bunch of fractals on my screen, because I could just read them from looking at them. But there you go. So hopefully that works. Yeah, Nate's asleep. What is the recommended? I'm going to the Q&A, y'all, while we're waiting for stuff. What is the recommended stop loss on US 30 and German 30? Okay, me personally, I don't trade German 30, so I wouldn't know. And there actually isn't a recommended stop loss on any of the indices. Oh, CB, did you want to catch that one?
No, oh no, I'm just kind of,
Oh, clearing it out. Oh,
I'm
okay.
clearing it out for you because you're answering the question live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is actually no recommended stop loss or take profit for the indices because Nate doesn't teach off of those. He's only focused on the currency pairs. But I would say a typical way to go through that is maybe utilize the zones, or maybe utilize the Fibonacci levels to help you with your stop loss and your take profit. Particularly on US 30 or German 30. I personally don't trade German 30, but I hear it moves just as fast as US 30, and US 30 can hurt some people's feelings, you know. So I would be very cautious on that, but I would demo it. So demo it and practice and take your trades and then see how US 30 see how US 30 moves, so that way you can kind of get used to seeing how many pips you can catch and also what the drawdown could be. Valdez, what do you mean? Why isn't it out yet? Because they're still working on it if you're talking about V4.
I think he's talking about bank induction strategy 10, I'm guessing.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Maybe
And,
they had to
well,
do the videos.
yeah, he's just, Valdez, I know he's just working on the videos to get it similar to strategies 8 and 9. It may be a few videos, and I know Nate's been real busy on version 4 as well as some of the VPN issues. So I think it's just a matter of, you know, getting to everything. But hopefully we'll have it this week.
Yes. I'm putting the fractals back on for Sandy. But it's only on G-Odd, Sandy, by the way. It's only on there. But there they are. Pretty nice. Once fractals are on, how do you take them off? Oh, I actually am right-clicking on the chart, and I go to indicators list, click in there, and I find fractals, and then I delete. And that's how I take them off. And let's see, going to the Q&A. Let's see here. Let me just look at this question. Do I ever use the stochastic indicator? I love the name. He's like Stockamimi indicator thing. No, I don't use the stochastic indicator. So I actually have never used it. So it's not my forte. I'm sure other people use it and they love it, but I have not used it. I love my fib. I trust my fib. I don't trade without my fib. So that's how I feel about it. In case you guys now know, I love my fib. Let's see here. Do fractals only work on currencies or indices? Fractals work on everything. You'll see everything that has a chart, especially candlestick charts. You'll find it on everywhere. Let's see. What are the salmon color candles? Honestly, I don't know. It might have been something that just happened when it kind of moved.
I think the salmon colors, Jackie, are when the if you go in further, I think it's when it's like a green candle that arrow turned red to keep us with it because it's in the trend still like below the moving average or something like that. I know Nate's
Oh,
talked about it.
oh, it might have been because I haven't changed my candles too much. So, because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a rebel, but yeah, that's all that they mean. But they're still red. It's just kind of coming up differently from mine
Yeah.
compared to everybody else's. Let's see. Somebody's asking what time frame for the bank induction? M15. And the fractal strategy going to test it. Thank you, Valdez. Go ahead and test that strategy and come back to me, report your results. um, let's see. GCAD, is that a fractal on the M15 in the money zone? I don't know, Darnell. Let's go take a look. GCAD. So I do not have GCAD on my chart. So let's go bring up GCAD. My stocks are quiet. I haven't gotten an alert yet.
Yes, there is a fractal on GCAD.
There
No,
is.
no arrow though, but let's see, is this yeah, this GCAD actually, well, you could argue it was a bank induction, except we didn't have an arrow
Really?
close
Okay.
to the zone. But take a look at it. It's an
Okay.
interesting discussion. A lot of big wicks there.
Oh, okay. So I'm zoomed out off the M15. So we're in
Yep.
a downtrend. So we're looking for cells, right?
Yep. Yep.
And let's see here. So we got those ups, and this is a fractal. Is this what he's talking about? This
Yep.
fractal up here?
I'm sure it is.
Y'all peeped that how I didn't put that indicator on there, saw immediately it was a fractal. Yeah. And then it came down. This candle confirms it, and then you would have gotten possibly here to go down again, but there's no arrow.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
that's a strategy I would just say test it.
Yeah.
Bouncing off of a zone like that, especially now. You see how it's coming back in there? So I wouldn't necessarily say it'll work all the time. It's just something that I noticed. So maybe just try it out and see. Now we'll put it in here based on these indicators so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Bill Williams. Come on, Bill. Change. It was leaving on those volumes. Fractals. Boom. So yes, fractal. And then it should be coming down. But since it's touching that zone again, wait for it to come out and see what happens. Okay. But remember that 200 EMA is like a little magnet, so it's going to pull that thing on down. But that's a beautiful move. Ooh, look at all these in here too. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it because you know how I think it's like
This is the Neo pair, right?
Yep, it is.
Gotta love
Beautiful.
Neo, huh? Neo's been amazing.
I love
Yeah.
Neo.
Oh my God, it's so easy and consistent so far. I mean,
Yes. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because now that I have Neo, and again, I don't have currency pairs on my chart, but I did put GCAD on there, and then I look at AIRO to see what the trend is, to see what Neo's doing as
yeah,
well.
yeah, I do the
And
same thing. Yeah.
just start correlating some things. And if I see a trade off of GCAD, I'm like, well, Neo took the trade. Let me see if AIRO let me do it too.
Right. Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Darnell, for bringing that up. Appreciate that. So yeah, I would just practice it. And I with that fractal thing that I just mentioned, I can't take the full credit because like I said, I wouldn't know anything about fractals had it not been for Bobby Will and then also Nate as well when he put it, on AIRO. So these zones though, I gotta tell you, I love AIRO because of the zones. For real. Because y'all know I can't draw. Okay, so wedges is not my thing. So if anybody asks me, hey, Jackie, do you see a wedge there? Yeah, I see it. Can I draw it? No. So I can't draw zones too. I can kind of see what's encompassing a zone, but I'm not good at drawing them out. So the fact that AIRO does that for me makes things so much easier. I just love AIRO and all the uses of it. Look, I'm going back to the Q&A. So you want to test the? Oh, you're gonna test that strategy? Look at that, Crystal. Go on, test that strategy. Thank you, girl. Thank you. I have a Telegram or somewhere I can send you? Yes, yes, I do. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna type it out to you. Yes, please do, because I want to know how you guys feel. I'm gonna test it out myself too. So make sure that I do that because I'm kind of curious now. I'm taking full credit if Nate takes the strategy. I do have 2 strategies though. That's what Nate told me. So I got my Fibonacci strategy. That's strategy number 8. So Nate is so sweet for that, but that's mine. Let's see. Took the GCAD trade in demo using the Frank going to see how it play out. Thank you, Valdez. Appreciate that. Let me know. Please do. Phil, look at the squad coming through. Hey, Phil. Fractal on Amazon M15. Is it? Really? Okay.
Well, it's not official yet. We're waiting for this candle to close.
I love it that you guys are all helping me out and making me feel better. Oh, yes, I see it, you guys. I'm getting excited. I am, because I mean, that is a candlestick pattern that you can use to take a trade, right? And it's coming off of a zone, and it's coming off of the 62. You guys.
So Jackie, with your stock trades from a money management perspective, with your lot sizing, are you doing like, every $100 in your account type of thing, 0.01 for every 100, like the currency pairs, or do you do something a little different as far as lot sizing?
I'm doing a 0.01 per. No, not 100. It's more than that. See, I'm a little riskier than other people, so I would suggest 0.01 per $500 to $750.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, but that's more conservative.
Yeah, more conservative. No, I mean, I did more than that. It's just what I'm telling everybody else.
Okay. So you would recommend 0.01 for every like 500 to 1,000 or something like that.
Yes,
especially if you're brand new to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like those would be my suggestions. That's what I
Trade
would
and
do.
demo, right? Your recommendation is trade and demo.
Absolutely. Because I mean, look at this. Look at this. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah, big
this
moves.
is if you got in on the wrong side of this, you guys, and you did a 0.01, you would be $75 in the hole. You would have been margin called already on a $100 account.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why. So pay attention to those things. That's why. So $77, you got to think about your drawdown compared to your account. So $77 on a 1K account is what, 7% drawdown? Yeah. That's okay. $77 on a $500 account, is double that, so you might not like it when you get close to that 20% and stuff like that. And this is your money. So I actually try to stay under 10% drawdown at all times, no matter what I'm trading. But sometimes I get a little hard-headed for myself and I go a little bit risky. As long as I'm okay with it not hitting my stop loss, and I know that this thing came up really high, and I know you guys saw it, and not at no time did I really pay attention to that drawdown. Why? Because of my lot size. My lot size compared to my account balance is comparable for me. I'm okay. There's probably times I probably could have got out and got back in, but that's how some people trade. I don't necessarily trade like that. I'm usually, because I don't like sitting at a chart all day either. I'll just put my trade on, set my take profit, set my stop loss if I feel like it, and then go about my business for the rest of the day. So that's why you don't see me saying I might get out here and then come back in later just to cut my losses. I already set my loss that I want to lose in my lot size already. That's how I do it. So, but shout out to you guys for catching this fractal, because in 5 minutes, that's going to be confirmed. And then let me see if it comes out this zone. I want it out the zone. There we go. It's confirmed fractal high. Now, come out the zone. Close under this 200 EMA. Come out this zone. and we should be good. So 11 o'clock is going to look interesting. Thank you guys. As I'm switching through charts, keep an eye out on this Amazon for me, please, because I don't want to miss it. And by the way, I'm not looking for necessarily an AIRO alert, because by the time the AIRO alert is going to come, you see how far price is from this AIRO MA? It's going to take a while. I'm going to miss a lot of pips in between. So this is utilizing fib off the M15. This is strategy 8 in full effect, by the way, you guys. So go back to the strategy 8 video of arrows.
Retracement. Yep.
I'm utilizing the fib off of the M15 time frame, looking at how far back it's retraced, and then trying to get in off of a candlestick formation or pattern. That's all strategy 8. So I'm not doing anything that's not AIRO. So let me go back to the Q&A real quick. How do you add the bid and ask lines? My lines are white, but where's the red line? You see it now? Because it's there, right here. Oh,
yeah, I think what that person may not have done though is if you go to tools and option, or no, just right click on the screen and show ask line.
Oh yes, here, like right here.
Yeah.
Where's my properties? Yep.
Properties. Yeah.
And then show ask line right here.
Yeah.
There you go. Make sure it's checked and it's there. And like I said, as you get to a higher time frame, they'll start to be a little closer because of your candle. That's why. So like if you're on the H1, and I'll show it here. See, they're a little, you can still kind of see it on the H1, but if you get a little higher, maybe it might go away a little bit. It starts to get a little bit close. It looks like it still stay there, but that's also your spread too. But that's how I keep I actually don't like my ask line on here. I really don't care about it. I just had it on here because somebody asked me. So, but I typically don't have it on here. Going back to the Q&A, how can I get the description on the zones? Retested, weak. Those were taken off in the older versions of AIRO. So those are not on here anymore. So unfortunately, but it's actually okay because Nate doesn't teach the strategies utilizing those words on the zones anyway. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him that it is retested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that that's important for people maybe to help them with their trading, but Nate's not teaching it in any way, shape, or form in his strategy videos. So that's another reason why it was taken off, because it was causing confusion. Let's see, last one in the Q&A. So let's say I have my MT4 open on one monitor using AIRO with M1. You can also have IQ Cent platform on another device and take the advice from the MT4 AIRO M1. That's a possibility if that's what you want to do. Yeah, why not? Try it. Absolutely. Try anything. See how it works for you. Yeah, there you go, Amazon. Come on out that zone. Come on out that zone. Let's see here. No, that was it. All in the Q&A. CB, what's going on with you?
I'm kind of just looking through some pairs here. I don't see too much right now.
See why I jumped over to these stocks and indices?
Yeah, especially this time of the day. I like it. So much of these, the movement in these pairs happen in the London session. It's tough for us East Coasters.
Yes. Let me put mine to the right lot size so y'all don't be like, hey, Jackie got a 0.05. Yeah. Remember, I took partial profits, so this 0.03 that's hanging was from earlier. I should have been out that trade yesterday. Shame on me. Shame.
Not that we're there yet, but the U.S. yen has some potential for a bag entry. Waiting for the arrow. Just I don't know if you have that one open, but
nope.
You can open that bad boy because if it continues doing what it's doing, it looks like a pretty good spot.
Okay. I will do that. USD, JPY. What am I going to cover here? GCAD.
On the M15, yep.
No problem. I'm going to put in
Yep.
USD JPY over GCAD. There we go. On the M15. Yeah, okay. Looks nice.
Yep.
Excuse me.
This candle could create an arrow. Never know.
Yeah, let me zoom out. Well, okay.
Yep. That's why I liked it.
All right, strong uptrend. There
Yep.
we go. Bounce from a zone coming.
Yeah.
Look at that nice little fractal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Nice. There you go. Oh, well, color change is okay. It might be a while because that color change is happening.
You
see
got
how
10,
it's...
yeah, we got 10 minutes on this candle still.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, you're right. 1050. Good deal. Nice. We'll keep an eye. I'm gonna leave it up, but I'm passing back to my Amazon. Come on, Amazon. Let me go look at my Johnson & Johnson. What happened to this guy? Taking forever.
They're just floating around.
Oh, you know what? Because there's a fractal here. And then it came down and it kind of ranged. And it's probably going to say, look, fractal high, confirmed here, right? This is a fractal low, confirmed here, came back up, fractal high, came back down. See, ranging, not good. However, see how that AIRO MA is touching this 200 EMA? It's not crossing up though. I think earlier it had a strong sense that it was crossing up, but now it's coming back down again. That's beautiful for me. Beautiful. I want this to come down. I want to get in and just hold it. That's what I really want to do. I actually want to hold it till tomorrow and see what happens. I'm going to take partial profits before market close though, but I kind of want to hold it and see what happens. That's Johnson & Johnson for me. But off of the 62 is really nice and strong. See how it keeps touching, like it keeps hanging, like it wants to get past that 62, but it's not. It's fighting. I like it. I like it more and more and more. And McDonald's.
We had a couple. I was just going to say we have a couple calls. So USD CAD bag entry. Sebastian, you were right. I think we may have. Hopefully you got it. We may have missed it, Jackie. It might be a little too far along now. US CAD.
Oh, okay. Oh, somebody just put it in the group. I mean,
In the
okay.
quick Q&A, yeah. And I'm looking at Euro Kiwi here.
Okay, I'll look at USD CAD, but
yeah, it's still on the candle. You could take the trade. I just yeah, oh yeah, Euro Kiwi is probably more feasible here.
I am not partial to Euro pairs trading during New York session.
New York session, yeah.
Not at all.
Man, this is a wiki chart here.
Yeah, I'm not partial to those only because of I gotta leave gold up. I think I remember that we wanted to be on the M15.
Euro Kiwi's kind of bouncing off the 200 MA right now, but
okay,
probably good to look at it, talk about it anyway.
All right. I'm just concerned with Euro Kiwi only because of the pair that it is, Euro and Kiwi, and this is not the best time to trade that pair since we're in US session. And the only reason why I say that also is a pound Kiwi is a little different because pound is more volatile, right? Pound got movement behind it. But if you look at Euro pairs compared to pound pairs, they are slower moving.
Yep, and Euro Kiwi has been ranging pretty good here, so I would agree with you.
Yeah, we got to be very cautious about the pairs that you're trading during these sessions, or else you can get caught in major drawdown and eventually move your way, but maybe not. So this arrow that happened for USD CAD. Now this would have been an okay pair to trade for this session. I'm zooming all the way out, and I want to make sure that I'm all the way out with the gray. And I see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 zones. I see even zones here. So I am not sure what the rule was, but I thought he said if it's 50 pips between the zones.
That's what it is. 50 pips, you could take the trade, yeah.
All right, so let's measure these zones. Well, that looks like it's 50 pips. 64. Okay, 65. So that looks good. And then if it's a bag entry and it looks like it, then yeah, you could take it. But
We
we're
just
late.
lost it. Yeah.
We're 10 minutes late. So
Yeah.
thanks for calling it out though.
It
But
looks like it might be bouncing off the 200 there.
yeah, that's actually pretty interesting that 200 is sitting there in your way.
Yep.
You know, would you have gotten your 20 pips? Let's see. Let's see. 12, 15, you might be there. You clearly have 25 pips to the zone. So look like you might catch your 20 if it wants to close above that. So that's nice. But yeah, that's a valid bag entry. Definitely. So good call out on that USD CAD. We already talked about Euro NZD, but I got to bring it on here. Okay, good job, Alan. Good job. Why didn't y'all call USD CAD out earlier? I mean, yeah, thanks a lot. Let's see. Oh yeah. My Telegram is at JackPin2002. That's my Telegram. Don't be inundating me, y'all. And you guys can see it in the Q&A. If you click on Q&A, I'm typing it in the visible answers, so you can see it there too. Okay, Alan, no need for you to brag. Beach Panda's Alan, by the way. That's who I keep calling Alan. So, oh, and you exited upon hitting the 200 EMA. Okay. So, and you took the Euro NZD trade. So I'll look at that. But M15 is gone for me for USD CAD. I'm not chasing no trades. So let's go with, you said Euro NZD. Like I said, I'm very concerned about these Euro pairs. I'm concerned about Aussie and Euro pairs in this session. I don't feel like they move the way they need to move or momentum wise, but that's just my personal opinion. If you guys are seeing different, have at it. So zooming out, we're on an uptrend. Okay, so I see the up arrow, bounce, arrow, go, and those wicks are just horrible though.
Yeah. Look at our that's what I was saying. Look at all the wicks in this. I mean, it really was ranging down there, but at the lower end of the zone for a long time.
Yeah.
That 200 MA is acting like a pretty strong resistance, it looks like.
Yeah, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 candles is hitting against it. So, I mean, if you just want to do bag entry, it's a valid bag entry. Bounce, arrow, go, right? You're 20 pips to the zone, but I would just say as you're doing these, start to correlate additional information as you're looking. Look at the pair that you're trading. It's a Euro Kiwi pair. All right. We're in the US session. What does it say that US session pairs to trade in? Nate even posted it. USD pairs, gold indices.
And Canadian.
And Canadian. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep.
All right. So CAD pairs. Those should be the ones that you're focused on during the US session. All right. And then, of course, we're going to throw in commodities and stocks now, too. But those should be you. That's why I'm concerned about Euro NZD. Like I said, I thought pound Kiwi is acceptable because the pound is a volatile pair in and of its own, currency in and of its own. So that currency alone has power to push pairs and with momentum. Euro doesn't have that. You see what I'm saying, you guys? And if you don't believe me, you can guys go look at the charts and look. Look at what happens during U.S. session for these Euro pairs compared to what happens during U.S. session for the pound pairs and see which ones are moving more. And then you can also compare them to USD and CAD pairs and then see which ones are moving more. So we're telling you guys suggestions to give you guys the best trade opportunities in the session that you're trading. That's the end of my rant on Euro NZD.
I like it. Good advice.
The pip counter shows in points, not pips, right? No, those are pips. So mine on Amazon, those are pips. Let's see here. So let's see. So I have to always go to properties to get the support and resistance on all charts. No. The support and resistance are included in AIRO. So when you load AIRO on your charts, when you are in your navigator, so you're here. Actually, what I'll do is, what was I going to bring over? Somebody asked me about how do I pick my stock pairs, and I'm going to just show you quickly how I did it. So I'm going to throw an EU pair on here just to kind of see those beautiful EUs. And I mentioned I wanted a Volkswagen. So you're going to come and pick your asset you want to show a chart for, right? If you don't already have it in your market watch, click that asset, show, turns it gold, close. It appears in your market watch now. You're going to highlight it, right click, chart window. Okay. This is how you bring in a new chart. Then it defaults to the H1 time frame. You can see it right here. But you want it on, I want it on the M15 because it's a share. And I'm going to close my market watch. This is your button to have your market watch open. And you can click on it to close it. And then AIRO is in here in your navigator. So you click on your navigator. AIRO is an indicator. So you will go to your indicator folder. And then AIRO is right here. So for those of us who are on version 3, we have this. Those other people that got version 4, it'll be looking a little different.
I don't have it yet. I just have it on a demo account.
I
Can't wait
love
till
it,
we get it
CB.
all, though.
I love it, CB. I love it.
Rub it in.
I love it. You know I love you, CB. AIRO V3, you're going to click on it, highlight it, drag it onto your chart, and then just drop it. So left click, highlight, hold, drag, let go of the left click, and it's on your chart. Okay. I don't change anything here. Okay. Nothing. You don't need to change anything. I check the common tab, make sure DLL imports are selected, and then hit OK. There's your support zones and your resistance zones. AIRO does it all for you. So hopefully that helped. And then, of course, let me just shift my chart to the end here. And it's 11 o'clock. Wait a minute. It's 11 o'clock. What does Amazon look like? Hold on. Okay, closed above that, below that, and it's in there. You know, I'm going to go ahead and drop my little Amazon right in here. And if those of you guys who are going to follow me on this, you better be in demo, because don't be yelling at me if this thing turns around again. I'm doing this based off of what I see, and I could be wrong, but I'm doing it now. So taking my sell.
So Jackie, quick question for you on this one. So does it not worry you that the AIRO MA is still trending up like that? That doesn't worry you too much?
No.
Okay.
Nope, I wanted that 200. I'm more concerned about the 200 and what it was doing.
Yep.
And I wanted price to close below the 200, and I wanted price to close outside of this resistance zone, which it did. And now we'll see what it does since it's 11 o'clock. That thing did go 4 pips in profit and then turn around. Why that little? So we'll see what happens. But that's where I'm in right now. And for those of y'all that jumped in, you see I was 41 pips in the 59 going up. Yeah. Drawdown is for real on these stocks. So be prepared. You better win in on a 0.01 if you never did it before. All right, so that's my Amazon. That's what I was waiting for. And I would say if you never did it before, see if you could go for 20 pips. 20 pips is going to be easy, honestly. But go for 20 pips.
More importantly, put your stop loss right above that resistance to protect your downside, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right up here.
Yep, that's what I did.
Good job, CB, calling that out. And I'll do it for you. And I'll show you guys. Open trade, right? Left click, hold it, drag it up, all right? Right above that resistance, okay? And if you look, that's about 382 pips. That's how much it is. So on a point on one, that's $38. So if you did this off of $100, you would be losing $38 if that hit your stop loss. Okay, that's why I said $100 ain't for you all right now. There you go. So yay, we'll see how that go. And where was I at? Oh, Volkswagen, my bad. So I was looking at Volkswagen, and we're on an uptrend, and that's how you got your zone. Somebody was asking me about how to do my zones, but I'm gonna load my template because I don't like the grid and stuff on here. So
Someone was, while you're doing this too, a couple people are asking how you add the moving average, which, by the way, folks, there's a video, the strategy 9 incorporates the 200 moving average, but if you want to, Jackie, you can show them real quick to how to add that a moving average under their charts.
Oh, sure. It is a free indicator in here. It's insert, indicators, trend, moving average. Click on it. Your period is 200, shift is 0, exponential. You can click in here and you'll see there's different ones. Exponential, MA. Apply it to the close, and then whatever color you want, however style you want your bar, and then hit OK. That's how you apply it. And those are the steps that Nate has gone over in his video, Strategy 9 video, which is an awesome video that I still have not had a chance to fully study yet. So please don't let Nate come for me for that. Just haven't had an opportunity fully yet. But you see, I threw that 200 MA on there quick. So that's how you do it. So actually, just looking at Volkswagen, we're on an uptrend. And that would be interesting to see if it comes down, bounces off of that 200 EMA, and it gives you an up arrow again. So that's actually something to look for you guys who trade London session. And you guys can do this EU shares. Volkswagen might be an opportunity tomorrow. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. This dollar yen, that's what y'all had looked for earlier, right? You see what happened now to it? And pull back. It's retouching this zone again. So dollar yen did not do that whatchamacallit, alert that you wanted. Darn. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these charts off my screen so that I don't suck up the VPS stuff. So let's get rid of you see what I'm getting rid of, you guys, right? Do you see any currency pairs on here? We left gold on here because of the M5. I think the M5 was on an uptrend, but the M15 was on a downtrend. And remember how we were saying that, yeah, it's a potential sell, but it got a long way to go. It's inching its way down to that AIRO MA. So this 200 is like a little magnet. It's pulling it down. It is, but it's taking a while for sure. Taking a while. And that's it. And oh, I had Apple on here because I was looking at Apple. So no, this is not a bank induction for Apple. It did not touch the zone, but it's coming down. It's coming down. This actually might have been a cool, better one to get into for me, but that's all right. I'll catch it either tomorrow as well. And let me go back to my Johnson & Johnson. Look at that thing ranging. And
McDonald's is starting to move.
There we go. Come on, McDonald's. Come on, McDonald's. I just don't like it because see how this fractal at the opening of market did not touch the zone?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like it when price is touching its zone, bounce, move, you know? Yeah. I need that.
Just missed it.
Yeah. I want that. I want that bounce no matter what. Like Nate has got me so that I can now see any chart and I'm like, hey, do I have a bounce off a zone? No, it ain't worth my time. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, so now even if I do get an arrow going down, it's not valid because I don't have a bounce from a zone. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So I'm kind of mad at McDonald's today. Okay, okay, Mickey D's will not be getting no Happy Meal from you today because you guys didn't do what I wanted. So Darnell saying he took a trade on Euro USD using my fractal strategy, currently up 10 pips. Whoop, whoop. Good deal. Good deal. The only thing though is the bad thing about that is you got to sit there and stare at a chart in order to get it. You know what I mean? Because there's no alert for it that I know of. So, but hey, if you got the time and you can be on the charts and you can roll with that using AIRO, have at it, man. 10 pips is cool with me. That's a pip and dip strategy as far as I'm concerned. Good deal. Let's see what we got. Alan's talking about GCAD again. What we got off of the M15? Got an up arrow into resistance. Almost a bank. What you got there, CB?
Well, yeah, it's setting up for maybe a bank induction, right? If we have to wait for the next candle to form a fractal right up there, potentially. It's candle going into the, going the opposite way. It's a downtrend for GCAD.
Okay.
And we need to wait. We need to wait another like 23 minutes here.
Got you.
But it's possible on the M15.
I'm gonna put it on my chart. 20 pip and dip for you guys that's on Amazon. 20 pip and dip. If you ain't touched Amazon, don't you sit there and try and hold it for me. Go ahead and do your 20 pip and dip because we're on the M15. I'm gonna hold it longer because I just want to see how far I can go. But I'm on a 0.01, so I'll hold it longer. But 20 pip and dip is what I'm calling out for you guys. Let me put the GCAD back on there to get ready. So I see what you're saying. Ooh, that looks nice. We all gonna be Amazon just turned around on me. Dang it. That thing was up like 9 pips and then it just turned around.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm watching it. It's sitting there. It's
cool.
It's just bouncing off resistance a little bit.
All right, that's cool with me. All right, so this is GCAD. We're all gonna love GCAD now because of Neo too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that's my favorite pair right now.
Look at this beautiful. That is a beautiful bank induction. Good deal. Good job. Love it that it closed in the zone. Nice. Now let this fractal form. Yes. So yeah, we need to wait till 11:30.
Yeah, we need two more candles, right?
Yeah.
Two candles from now, we might have a bank induction move.
Yeah, 11:45. There you go.
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Nice. Very good deal. Good looking out, you guys, for that. So what else we got? Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. Euro USD about to break the green zone on a downtrend. Thank you, Sebastian. And it's not that I'm not partial to Euro USD. Oh gosh, that is not the pair for me, man. That pair is giving me a lot of heartache throughout life.
And someone was just saying for the pound CAD is not a New York session pair. Actually, it is because it's got the Canadian dollar in it, and pound is pretty volatile. So that's a good New York session pair, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Pound CAD. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do want that one. Let's see here. What was it they asked for? The Euro USD. Oh, it was breaking a green zone off of the M15.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see too much there. You can look at it.
Okay. I'm not really fond of Euro USD, but I see what you're saying. It's breaking the zone. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, it is on a downtrend, so it'll probably break it and give you a down arrow. I mean, it works if it does. I'm just not partial to that pair. But yeah, I mean, it would be a valid, I'm sorry, I take that back. No, it would not. That would not be a valid bounce because if you get it down, because this bounce doesn't count. This bounce doesn't count because why? Because you have a bounce from this zone here going up, and then it did not touch this resistance again to give you one. So if you get a down arrow alert, please confirm that it's bouncing from your resistance zone without an interruption prior to.
Right.
Okay. My chart might look different from yours, so make sure you confirm that. Let's see here. I'm going back to the Q&A. Can the moving average be explained? What does the numbers mean? The EMA and SMA? Oh my. Honestly, CB, do you want to answer that?
Well, so like the moving average based on, the 200 moving average is the average price over the last, with the I don't think 200 candles in that time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the average price in a certain time frame. So you could have any moving average you want. Just the 200 usually gives you a good indication of the general movement of the price, over the last period of time. I didn't catch the other two things.
Oh, he was asking about EMA and SMA. What do those mean?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. EMA.
EMA is the exponential moving average. That's what
Right. Yeah.
And then the SMA is your simple moving average. But what they actually mean in depth is really blocking my mind right now. Google is your friend. That's what I would say.
That one's beyond me to explain.
I just can't remember. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now anyway. But I'm so sorry. But a moving average, in addition to what CB was telling you guys, is that it does detect the trend, how price is moving with the trend. That's why it falls into the trend category of your indicators.
Highly recommend, for those that haven't yet, watch the Strategy 9 2 videos where the 200 MA is a critical component to that strategy. And one thing you'll take away from that is when the AIRO moving average crosses the 200 in either direction, depending on what you're looking at, it's a critical piece to understanding when to get into a trade.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So let's see here. And I'm going to move off of Euro USD. We're going to gold. And I'm just kind of looking at gold and seeing. I saw some comments that people were saying that they were doing well off of gold today. Just depends on when they're trading it, I guess. When they're trading it, what time frame they're trading it. I know I'm following the strategies of AIRO with gold right now, and there is no setup right now. Not at all.
Jacob asked you to put your fib lines in on the US CAD 15-minute chart, just to kind of see how it looks.
Sure. I got USD CAD out. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I might have said it wrong. You have it, the pound CAD.
No, I see it. He says
USD
no.
He's asking you're right. The US CAD. Okay. Yeah.
No, you're okay.
I
just didn't have it on there anymore.
Yeah, no, I was thinking he was talking about the GCAD because that's a trade we're looking to maybe get in with the bank induction.
Yeah. Oh, what do you want me to look for with their fib, Jacob? Explain your question. Like, why? What do you want me to look at for here? Because it was gone. I think this was what? Oh, it was moving both ways, so it's kind of both zones are matching. You could take your trade and see I was playing at this. What this was 15 or 13 pips, I think, and then it stopped. But let's see.
He's saying the way he put it, it set up perfectly on the 61.8 or 62 line.
Did you draw it for a downtrend or did you draw it for an uptrend? I'm curious. Because honestly, on this 15, I wouldn't know how to draw it, but I would say prior to the support zone, I probably would have drew it down for a downtrend. And let's see here. So I would have stopped at this high.
He said he did a downtrend.
Okay, so I would have did it here at this fractal, at this high off of the zone for this move. Okay. So right here, as I'm assuming, since he says it's off the 62.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it would be nice to be able to catch a down movement again off of that. So this is strategy 8. Again, utilizing the fib off of the M15 for a pair. Excellent job, Jacob. And then what you would do is just look for a candlestick formation, honestly, or a pattern. You know, oh, Amazon wants to be pulling back again, but it's okay. It might be the
Yeah,
time of
it's
day.
bumping up against the 200 right now.
Okay. Thank you. So it looks like all of them are
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Seriously.
That 200 is just playing around with everybody's emotions today. Well, now GCAD wants to break past that. That's okay. Let it pass out, but that's good. Thank you, Jacob, for that. So I would just look for, if you can get in prior to the AIRO alert, you're just going to look for a candlestick formation. I think Nate goes over 4 of them. I'm partial to railway patterns and engulfing candles, but I believe he does talk about dojis, and I can't remember what the 4th one was. I think it was a hammer or something like that. But I would just look for that candlestick formation. Now this looks bullish to me, so it might be continuing to go up for a bit and then turn around. But yeah, thank you for that, Jacob. Let's see. Yes, got it. And then Alan, the GCAD M15 has an RSI. Oh, RSI of 69, and it's coming down from the previous candle, which may have been a fractal high and a high of the day. Thoughts?
Yeah, but so we're not going to get a fractal on for that bank induction move on GCAD. It's continuing to blow through the resistance right now.
Ooh, sure did. Okay. And created a new high of the day. I see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't have my RSI up. I don't want to throw my RSI on a chart, but
it's like 73 right now.
Oh, yeah, I see it moving up. Yeah, it is not coming down no time soon. So we just got, that would have to be something that you would have to watch and wait for. If you're waiting for it to come out, ooh, it's pushing. It might even just knock this resistance zone out.
So the Canadian dollar right now is super weak as far as all the currency goes. The pound is one of the stronger ones, and the Canadian is the weakest currency right now by a long shot. US and Canadian are the two weak currencies right now.
Interesting. Thank you for that, CB.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But that's why we see it running.
Yep. Yep.
Knowing the US is weak, that could impact some of these other things you're looking at, Jackie.
Yes. Absolutely. It'll turn around here in a bit. Should anyway. I'm wondering if that's I'm going back to I'm looking at Amazon. I need to just go over there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. It's not, it's just kind of ranging right there at the resistance right now.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, it sure is. Come on out.
You see how it's bumping on that 200 right there?
Yeah. Come on out so I can get out of the trade and
smack it down for us here.
Please do. Please do. Go make me feel better. Probably should have just waited, but it's okay. I don't mind.
It's just a pawn, Jackie. Just a pawn.
Exactly. Pawn, rook, queen strategy. I love it. We play chess, not checkers.
no rooks or queens yet. We're okay.
Yeah. Oh, you about to hit stop loss on GCAD. Why were you in GCAD, Valdez? Was that because of the fractal strategy? What was he doing? Miss O says list of candles by AIRO is in the chat. Thank you, Miss O. So you guys check the candlestick formations that Miss O has posted in the chat. That should be able to help you guys when you want to take trades for strategy 8. Oh, the fractal one. All right. So Valdez, you 10 pip and dip it is, Valdez. That's all I gotta know. Or just tell me how high you got, because you showed me 10 pips earlier. Tell me the highest take profit, highest it went into profit for you in pips. And let me know. So far it sounds like 10 pip and dip. We need to make that bigger. Let's see here. Yeah, 10 pips. Okay. All right. So far 10 pips then. So I would say do it again the same way you just did it, and then see if you can consistently catch 10 pips per trade. Then there you go.
We're talking about the just taking fractals in the zones. So
Yeah, fractals
yeah,
off of the AIRO zones. Yeah.
yep.
Yep. He's testing it for me, so thank you for doing that. And then are we gonna just watch GCAD on Neo? No, I mean you can, but I'm not. I just let Neo do its thing with GCAD. It doesn't matter to me what
Yeah, and
what it
the
happens.
important thing to note with Neo is Neo's trading outside of the money zone anyway, so you don't want to
Yeah.
mess too much in AIRO with GCAD when it's from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time anyway.
Right.
Neo
Exactly.
knows what it's doing.
Yes. 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 So that is that, and I am not worried about that. So these CAD ones were not in them, but that was a strong push up.
Yeah, I'm not touching CAD anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah,
We're also getting close to the end of the money zone.
and it's almost time for us to go.
Yep.
And it looked like it did hit that 20 pips though. If your spread was right, that's 20 pips. Close to it, 19 or something. So that works.
Oh, US CAD. Yeah.
Yeah, US CAD. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes.
Yep.
From the when you were doing the 50-50, since the zones were matching.
Yeah, it worked out this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real nice.
This time, yeah. Just this
I just
time.
always get nervous about taking trade when the AIRO is in the middle of a zone like that. It doesn't seem like a real high probability trade there that
All
it
right.
worked out that time. But I've seen it go the opposite direction so many times.
Right. So I'm just looking at gold off the M5. This thing is really strong on support. So that M15 that we were talking about, see how it's just hanging around that resistance zone? It's going to be a while. But again, what you could take it to look at is as it's hanging around up there, it keeps dragging the AIRO MA closer and closer. So it's a potential that, as it starts to come down, it can close below this AIRO MA a lot sooner than waiting. But since it got first brought up, it's been a while. Just want to throw that out there. And then I guess that's what we're going to hang out with. So anything else anybody wanted to just go over or talk about? Because as you guys can tell, a lot of the moves have already been made,
Yeah.
by this time.
I was hoping I was gonna be able to call out a crypto trade, but there's just nothing going on over there right now. It's just kind of
Okay.
hovering around a little bit.
Well, I know somebody asked me about, I'm going to actually get USD CAD off my chart now and GBP CAD. And somebody had asked me about how do I determine what stocks I wanted to trade. So I think I went over it earlier, but I'll go over it again. I actually just kind of just started dragging them onto the chart and see which one was in a trending move that made me want to take a look at it. So now Amazon's being a boo. It's still hovering over there. Okay. That's all right. It kind of formed this fractal low. So it came up.
You
It's
got the
hovering.
resistance, you got the 62, you got the 200, you got a lot of things to help it bounce back down. Not that it definitely will, but I still like it.
Yeah, I still like it. This is nice. I'm not tripping off of it. Oh, there's 2 Q&As. Oh, you're quite welcome, you guys. They said thank you. Ann said thank you to us. Oh,
Nice.
you're welcome. Trying to find. Oh, did you got? got an alert there, CB?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Ethereum sell. I'm not selling anything with crypto right now.
Uh,
It's all real green. Yeah, and it's just been
oh,
ranging. It's Ethereum and Bitcoin I've been getting up and down arrows back and forth. It's just ranging right now.
okay. Okay. Makes sense. Got you. Oh, so they were asking about how do I determine what I want? So I went through every single one of these last night, and somebody had called out Tesla earlier. So I'll show you what Tesla looks like and why I didn't look at Tesla today. I'm going to just put it right over Apple. And so, yes, as I saw Tesla was making this down move yesterday, I said, okay, the down move was already done because it's on a downtrend. So I thought, okay, today you probably are not going to be coming down, or you're just going to finish your move since the support zone was so close. So that's why I decided not to focus on Tesla today. And then sure enough, ooh, went up to that 200 EMA. And it's just hanging around. But when it wants to turn around and come back down again, that'll be nice. But so that's why I didn't look at Tesla, but that's how I go through all of them. I just go through the market watch and I just drag the charts onto the chart and then just look and see what it's doing. And if it's a trend that looks like I'll be able to get in today, then I'll leave it on to see if I can catch the AIRO alert. Or might start practicing the fractal strategy. But other than that, that was it. Matter of fact, that fractal strategy, we were 10 pips up, I think, on Amazon and then retrace back. So it could be a 10 pip and dip strategy. But that's how I do it. So hopefully that helps. Good deal. All right, so Valdez, so it hit your what was your stop loss, Valdez, on that? So we was going, did you go 10, 20? Is that what you did? I'm just curious. And we're going to leave that at that. So that's Tesla. So that's interesting for those of you guys doing. And I'm on the M15 doing this. But, I mean, if you look at it on the H1, this is Tesla on the H1. So, whew, it's been a while since it's been looking green.
So Jackie, I think I heard you already say this, but with these stocks, you are trading more on the 15-minute than the 5-minute for your scalp trading?
Yeah, I'm doing the 15-minute.
15? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm mostly trying to do strategy 8, utilizing the fib.
Fibonacci. Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
using that. So that's the only reason why, or trying to catch a bag entry if I can. But that's what I'm doing on the stocks. Right above resistance zone 20. Okay, that was the GCAT one. All right, cool. All right. And then how much weight do I put on the 200 MA when I'm taking my H1 trades? On the H1, I am actually not putting as much weight on the 200 MA when I was trading indices and stuff. I was just mostly just going off of where were my zones at. The 200 is just like I said, I look at it as a magnet. If I'm away from it, how far away from it am I, and what direction is it at? But I don't put a whole lot of stock on it on a higher time frame. But I do care about it more on the M15 because I'm trying to get in and out, really. What about you, CB?
Oh, say that again. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just asking him, how do you feel about the 200 EMA? Like, do you trade on the H1 or not?
Not too much.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm more of a scalp trader. I'm on the M5s and M15s most of the time.
Cool.
I'm sitting at my computer all day, Jackie. I'm like you. Someone was making a comment about the yen and Swiss franc seem very weak. I have an app here right now. The strongest currency is the Swiss franc for anyone that's interested.
Nice.
Swiss franc is the strongest. The Canadian dollar right now is the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
And the others are all sort of right in the middle there. Changes pretty quick though.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see here.
I need that for my gearbox anyway, so I'm rooting for the Swiss franc right now. I'm thinking there's a lot of gearbox people rooting for the Swiss franc.
Nice. Nice. There you go.
Amazon's just not cooperating. Come on.
I
Just sitting
know.
there.
Just sitting
Jeez.
there. You know what? Somebody from Amazon is listening to this call right now. And they're like, they got these traders, over 115 traders are in this Amazon trade. We did not let them get 10 pips.
Well, starting to come back a touch. Come on, honey.
Slow molasses. Good gracious. I got 3 closures under this 200 EMA. Come on, buddy. Just do what you need to do. Get me out of this trade. For real. Oh, I don't like hanging in trades more long enough. Oh, look at that. Somebody is posting about the EMA in the chat. So if you guys want to read about it, they went ahead and got the definition and posted it in the chat for everyone. Thank you very much, Stephen. Let's see here. Was there a Q&A? No, there's no Q&A.
Paul just said JJ looks like a swing trade. I'm not sure. I don't think yen is a viable swing trade. So what is JJ?
I wonder if he was talking about Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. I'm not swing trading stocks though.
Yes,
I'm not.
He is saying J. Yeah, it is. He was talking about Johnson & Johnson. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm not swing trading them, so I don't know. But I mean, it's a possible. I have not swing traded them yet. I've only just been on the M15, so I kind of just was looking to get in and get out because they gave me a lot of pips. Again, really shouldn't be in this Amazon trade because yesterday I should have been done. But it's okay. I can't see it being a swing yet. It might stop where it's doing and come back down, but I am going to do this. I'm going to zoom out. We're on a downtrend. I am going to mark off the money zone. That's what I am going to do. So I'm going to mark off the low of the money zone with a horizontal line, and I'm going to see if we can get money zone breakout this afternoon. That's what I'm going to look at and see what happens. So I'm just marking off the money zone just to see if it does come lower and see what happens. Now, again, the money zone breakout strategy is strategy 4, and Nate teaches the next money zone. So the candle in the next money zone is what you're going to take the trade off of. So in this instance, I need to wait till tomorrow when the stock market opens, and the first candle that closes below this money zone, I could take the trade for 20 pips and then dip, right? And the same thing happened here. I think I went over this earlier, actually. This was the low of the money zone. We're on a downtrend. The next money zone, first candle that closes was this one. You take the trade here. And if you want to see what that candle is, I'll go back so you can see it. Come over here. So this is that low money zone, and I'm only marking off the low because you're following the trend. So the low is here. The first candle that closes below it in the new money zone, which is here, you could take the trade for 20 pips. Now, that was for currency pairs. So I'm using it on stocks to see if it's still valid. On that one candle, it gave me 7 pips. Held it, held it, held it, held it. Now I'll come down 20 something pips right there. Okay, that looks like that'd be about 20 pips. And then go. So that worked. So I want to see if I can do that again one more time, because then that makes things a lot easier. That makes actually, I want you guys to follow me with this. That actually makes things a lot easier. If you're just trading the zone breakout off of one candle, 20 pip and dip on all stocks. That's not bad, CV.
That is an interesting observation there.
Follow the trend.
Yep.
I want to try that going forward and see how you guys like that one, because that could be nice. I mean, if you clearly, it's on a downtrend, so you could clearly see it though. Like I can even go back and back and back, but Again, first candle, here's his low, right? Low of the money zone. New money zone. Where did the candle close below the next day? No, so there's no trade. Money zone low again. New low. Candle close below the money zone here. This is actually the new one. The dotted line is the new money zone for the stock. So candle did not close, did not close, not till here. And then if you would have got in right here, you would have some drawdown, hang out, and then it would have dropped. So this one would have been a little bit of a holding of a trade. But then the next day, look at this. This is the money zone marked off again. First candle, closed below, took the trade, the next one, drop. Guys following what I'm seeing here? So money zone breakout could be nice for stocks on
Yeah, and
New York
the
session.
nice thing with the stocks is it's in our time zone. We're not doing it in the middle of the night. So
Yes, it's in our time zone. So there's another strategy, people. So next week when I'm on the call, I want all of us to have said, hey, Jackie, I did the fractal strategy and see how it looks at how it worked for you guys. And then try the money zone strategy, but do it on these stock shares. All right. And you could do it on the EU shares too, if you guys are up for London session, and just see how it goes. Just go for 20 pips, see what it does for 20 pips. I could see it working each and every time, and if there's a zone in the way, make sure it's 20 pips away from the zone too. So that still matters. All right. And then come back and let me know how you see it.
hey, Jackie, take a look at your McDonald's.
Oh, is it acting right now?
Yeah, kind of. I'm not. I want your opinion.
Look at that. Come on down, Mickey D's. It wants me to go there for lunch today. So they're listening to our call. So they're listening and they're saying, yeah, we want her business today. Okay, thanks. That looks pretty nice. Now we're getting to the end of the money zone, but remember, if I get a AIRO alert outside the money zone, I'm still going to probably take it, only because yesterday it didn't matter for Amazon. So I'm going to see if it doesn't matter here for McDonald's. Hasn't mattered before, so I'll look at it and see and take it. And
Well,
of
I would
course,
think I would think the logic for U.S. shares would be the money zone would be during the New York stock market, right? I mean, I would think that's the money zone.
When it's moving and shaking, yep.
Yeah.
I would say best time would be stock market open till like 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, from like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yep. That'd be nice. So go ahead,
I'm gonna
McDonald's.
start to play with that, Jackie. You got me kind of pumped up about this.
Look at there, CB. Got you on the fib.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I like it. We
I'm
might be turning our New York session to just the stocks. Just the
I'm one of your disciples, Jackie.
I love it. I'm just gonna go through the Q&A real quick. Am I correct in assuming that we do not make trades past noon? Not necessarily, Valdez. Not necessarily. Depends on what you're trading. Like we're doing stock shares, and we're only for the New York stock market open, which is past noon. But what you'll find is around noon, you might start to get some dragging happening. We might get some drag. All right, that fractal strategy on Amazon is still playing, but it's still in play. Like it's still playing around that EMA. I could tell by the drawdown. But yeah, it's based on what you're trading. I would say if you're doing the currency pairs, then you're outside the money zone. You're breaking the rules of AIRO. Then don't do it. And the money zone ends at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so you can still trade from noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The currency pairs per AIRO's strategy rules. Just know that if you try and take a trade at noon, you might not have as much momentum behind it for it to hit your take profit, because the European session is done. So you've lost half the momentum, or more than half of the momentum that would normally push. Let's see, next one. Can you please teach us how to see tomorrow's charts today?
That is a top secret. We can't share that publicly.
I love it. Go over that money zone on stocks again. Sure. So you see how the money zone is cut off. It's not the full 12 hours. The money zone is at stop market open, which is this perforated line here, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then it ends at the 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the typical money zone. But what we were discussing is that since if we're going to continue to focus on the stocks of the U.S. shares and things like that, because we're only trading the New York session, then you might want to look at trading from like 10 to 2. So you don't necessarily have to move your money zone, but what you could do is just maybe past noon, if a stock gives you an arrow alert, you might want to check demo and take a shot and see if it works out in your favor. Oh yeah, McDonald's. There you go. That color change looks good.
You see look at the M5 on McDonald's too. There was already an arrow on the M5 a couple candles ago.
Oh, I see it. Look at that. That EMA is nice. So I got a down arrow. Good deal. So my M15 arrow is coming. Yes. Yes. Thank you, CB.
Yeah.
And let's see what's going on. So yeah, those are the answers for that one. So yeah, hopefully that would go. 10 to 2 is a good optimal time. That's typically what a lot of people on the exchange trade anyway. So you're not doing anything different than what, other traders are doing.
So Cheryl asking a question about the alerts that one gets. Cheryl, that the alerts you get have nothing to do with what you see on your phone. That you will get alerts for any chart that is open on your computer with AIRO on it. So you could, what charts you're looking at on your phone have nothing to do with the alerts that you'll get on your phone. As long as you have the notification set up properly to go to your phone, then any chart that is open on your computer that has AIRO on it, you'll get alerts, AIRO alerts.
Thank you for that, CB. David, Big Brother Burger is listing. Nice. Let's see. Sandy's asking, wouldn't it be wise as we approach our take profit to set a trailing stop for the potential of riding further? You can if you want to. I'm not good at trailing stops. Me personally, like especially if I'm on like these stocks, because of the drawdown that they come into. I don't want it to hit my trailing stop too soon and then take me out before the real big push happens. But if you are used to doing trailing stops and it's working for you, I would say have at it. Can't go broke taking profit. Oh, let's see here.
One of Nate's best lines.
Yep. Let's see here. GBP JPY just received an arrow alert into the support zone. Okay, cool. So if you got that on GBP JPY, you got the alert going into the support zone. I take GBP JPY is on a downtrend. Oh, it just broke the low of the day. Okay, so that's not a bank induction, then never mind. I was going to go look, but if it already just broke, then not going to look at it. Let's see here. GBP CAD is coming back. You got GBP CAD up still, CB?
No, I can open it up again though. Here we go. I got it right here. Let's see. Minute. Yeah, it's coming back down now.
We were on a downtrend for it? I thought we were going up.
No, it's a downtrend. Definitely downtrend.
Okay.
So obviously Nate hasn't put out the video for the bank induction. This is a little after the up arrow into the opposite zone.
Gotcha.
I would probably be just looking for, to do a bag, have this continue down and get a down arrow at some point here at this stage, but
there you go. Thank you.
It's kind of hovering in that resistance zone right now. So
Oh, Dave was talking about there might be a fractal next candle. Okay.
Yep, he's right. We will get a fractal. Yep.
Cool. So that was on GCAD.
GCAD, yep.
I guess I will bring GCAD back up.
GCAD is, I mean, you gotta love the volatility with GCAD the last few days anyway. So if it continues down here, we could definitely have a viable trade.
Yeah. So let's see here. Off the M15. Doing that. I'm kind of not keeping charts up, you guys, too, because I'm trying to save my VPS as well. So I don't want to get frozen or anything while we're talking. Okay, yeah, I see it. Yep. Now it's been formed.
Brian likes to say we had that parabolic move up. So with such a strong move up, we might see a good move back down eventually here, slower, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd wait for an arrow though at this point.
Yeah, totally. Yep. I will wait, especially at this time of day on a currency pair.
Yep.
And can I please quickly go over the potential fractal strategy again? I will say, this is what I want y'all to look for. You see a fractal form, and it's been confirmed off of a zone. Take the trade in the direction of the trend first, and then see if you can catch 10 pips consistently every time.
Yeah, if you look at the bottom before that big move, there was a fractal down there.
This one right here.
Yeah,
the low of the day.
We kind of can't see that on the screen because at least I can't. But yeah,
can you see this right here?
Yeah, there's the fractal right there. Yep.
And it was the low of the day.
And then it busted up.
And now it's the high of the day. It might come back down.
Yep.
Yep. That's pretty cool. But it might, and you see it's played around in that resistance as well. So that's something to definitely look at with GCAD. But that's the strategy that I would like to have tested just to see for the fractal. And the easiest thing, honestly, to do is if you can't see it, wait for the confirmation. You still need to wait for the confirmation regardless, right? So put on the fractal indicator for yourself. Okay, put it on there. And then when it appears, then go ahead and take the trade. Make sure you're following the trend. You zoom out, make sure you're in a downtrend. So this is not for so you need AIRO for this. You need AIRO to confirm your trend for you for this time frame. So we confirm we're in a downtrend. You want to make sure that the fractal high, because when you're in a downtrend, you're looking for sales, you're looking for fractal highs. So fractal high has been formed and confirmed. Then the next trade you take is the next candle and take it for 10 to 20 pips and see if that consistently happens.
Now that fractal that was already formed 4 or 5 candles ago would not have, you'd be in some drawdown right now anyway if you had done that one.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it won't work out eventually, but that one.
It will take a while. Yeah. And actually, honestly, I would have got out when this fractal was confirmed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, what this would look like even better is to let the fractal form, very similar to what it was for Amazon. Let the fractal form, let it come out the zone, and then take the trade.
Right.
And
as we're looking at these fractals, you kind of wonder too, are you better with having the body of the candle in the zone with a fractal like that fractal that I just mentioned? You just had a big wick there, but the body of the candle ended below the resistance zone.
Yep, exactly. Beautiful things to look out.
Yep.
Amazon looks like it wants to almost come very close to our stop loss.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Well, it's still got a ways to go to our stop loss.
Yes, that's true. It does. It does. Sometimes.
It still hasn't even gotten up to the high of the day.
It didn't. Okay. Did it pass the 62? Oh no, it's still hovering at the 62.
No, it's right at the 62 still.
Oh, okay. It's still hovering. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm not I'm not worried about it then. Thank you for that. So that is GCAD. So that's what we're looking at for GCAD. And we got 5 minutes left on the call, so I'm going to go through these Q&As real quick. So once an alert comes on and it gives us the pair and it will say buy or sell, do we automatically just go ahead and place it? No. You
watch the videos.
Yeah, I want you to we're going to start with strategy 1. I'm going to suggest go ahead into the AIRO video on strategy 1 and follow the bag entry, because the AIRO alert is going to come up on the chart that you have open. Okay, and then you're going to want to look for your bounce from a zone, arrow, go. But it has to follow the trend. So we're on GBP CAD right here, and we already said it was a downtrend because we zoomed out, saw more pink than red. So you're looking for sells. So don't look for these up arrows unless they fit a certain strategy. For strategy 1, bounce arrow, go, follow the trend. And go look at that video just to be on the safe side, but don't just arbitrarily see an arrow alert and take the trade. Is my suggestion. Yes, the trend is our friend. And first frag, 10 pips TP, working on the second one. There you go. Thanks, David. All right. Sounds like it's still a 10 pip and dip. Took a pip and dip on the M15, showing us what to look for with injunctions and fractals, the way Bobby Will found it. Good deal, Alan. Good deal. Let's see. So I went over that fractal already, so hopefully that helped with the strategy, Shirley. Let me know if not. And then somebody asked, can we do M5 or does it have to be on the M15? If you're talking about fractals, fractals happen all over the place. Anytime. Honestly, if you got, so you can do it on any time frame, 5 minute, 1 minute, 15 hour, doesn't matter. Fractals happen on all the time frames. However, if you really want to get saucy with it, I want you to try starting with a fractal and then seeing if you can catch it and compound it with an arrow alert. That would be nice. Oh, you're welcome, dear. You're welcome. All right, well, we got 3 minutes left. There ain't nothing much else going on. You guys, I'm going to get ready to turn it off. Unless CB, do you have anything you want to say?
No, this has been fun though, Jackie.
Okay. I mean,
love teaming up with you.
I know, right? You know, I appreciate you guys. I will be on next Tuesday, so I'm only on here for Tuesdays. That's when my schedule allows. But Tuesdays, and hey, start practicing these fractals, you guys. Practice the fractal one because I want to prepare you guys for the bank induction. So once you get these down, the bank induction strategy should be easy and will probably become one of your favorite strategies, next to mine, of course, the fib one. And and what else was the other one that I wanted everybody to test? Oh, practice on the money zone breakout on stock shares. Practice that as well to see how that works out for you guys. And then the last thing is just maybe opening your minds to trading on the shares. Maybe Tesla might be your thing. You never know. Okay. Or if you want to stick with currency pairs, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But since we're in the New York session, you know, we're trying to make sure we find optimal trading opportunities for you guys during this session. So that might mean looking above and beyond just currency pairs. That's where my thought process is coming from.
I like it.
All righty. You guys, oh, thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that. You guys take care. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there. And I will talk with you guys soon. Thank you so much, CB. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Jackie.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take care.